Linky.
What? It's saying we're live now, but it's not up over there on YouTube yet. But we got a bunch of comments over here. So I'm assuming that we're live. So I'm going to say Happy New Year. And I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. We all had a little time off and everything. And as you can see, we got the guys back. I don't think Angel's
We are
coming.
live.
And I think maybe Ron might pop in later. I'm not sure. Yeah, Angel's going to be home in about 5 minutes, so he'll be on soon. So basically, all we're going to do is we're going to run through here and see who all's here real quick. Up here at the beginning, got David, AZ Drone Dude coming in saying, hey, Jody, Drone Shots coming in. Mark White coming in saying howdy, howdy, howdy. And we got Jackrabbit. He was going to bed early, but he wanted to come in and let us know that he will try to check out the replay, and we appreciate that. So if you haven't, get over there and check out Scott's channel because he's got some FPV stuff over there, and I think he's doing some 3D printing. I'm not 100% sure. Check that out because I'm really starting to get interested in 3D printing. Maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit. Back to Jones, I was saying hi to Mark White, and then I showed up here. Dewey UAVP, good morning to you. Kira Show, good to have you as well. Yep. Flying Flynn Media, glad to have you in the house. Good to see you here. He's saying hi to me and hi to everybody. Good to see you. Zach, glad to have you in the house. Good to see you. He's saying hi to everybody as well. I think I'm getting close to coming. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Mavic
Mavic.
4. What is that? What are we talking about? Oh, we might be talking about that tonight. Let's see. Hey, Mad Props. Randy's in the house. Caleb telling everybody hi. If you didn't know already, this is Caleb. Wait a minute. Go back up here. So you can check out his channel. He puts some of his SPV stuff up there. And occasionally he'll put stuff for Tesla drones, but not always. Kovaction. I'm trying to see if I've missed anybody. Grumpy Vlogger. Lloyd, I haven't forgotten you. I've just been lazy because it's the holidays. But I'm going to mail you your sticker pack within the next 24 to 48 hours as best I can tell you. But
Thank you. You just reminded me.
I'm going to mail it out. Hey, Mike's Drones and RCs. Glad to have you in the house as well. And a happy New Year to you. Going through here, I can see if I've missed anybody. Dom Northside Hawk, Happy New Year from up here. I don't know how you'd order
down there.
I know, but he's down from under. Down under. So Happy New Year from up here.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be under. Correct? Yeah,
I guess.
Lance, good to see you, Lance. Glad to have you in the house, and Happy New Year to you too, sir. We all got to get together and freeze our nuts off and fly again soon. Let's see if I missed anybody else. I think I'm caught up and we're good. Oh, nope. I see Art's coming in. We'll get him in just a second. Yes. Hiya, Art. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Happy New Year. Hope you had a joyous and happy New Year, and glad to see you in the house. Okay, so first off, as I said, I got what I was hoping for Christmas. I got my Pocket 3. And I got my...
Will you actually use it, though? Or are you just going to put it on the shelf like all your other pocket cameras?
Action 4. Do you
really will you bother using that?
Wait.
On your shelf like all your other cameras?
Do we really want Chuck to start shit with me so he'll get pissed off and cut his camera on? Fuck you, Bill. I'm not going to knock you now.
No, I'm just asking, man. I mean, if all
I'm
this
gonna
great
try.
gear...
I'm really going to try this time. I promise.
Do or do not, there is no try.
You know what? I prefer Star Trek over Star Wars.
Well, that's your mistake.
If there was not a Star Trek, I don't believe there would have been a Star Wars. But that's my theory. That's the stuff.
That could be. That
and I
could
also
be the
got
for
some
Mr.
various
Spielberg's
filters
stuff,
and stuff. I got some T-shirts. This is a new T-shirt I got. What else did I get? Food. We ate a ton of food. We went to see my grandkids and my kids on Christmas Eve, and they had their big party down there and the birthday party for my grandson. And then they came up here on Christmas Day, and we all got together, and we got and we had our Christmas unwrapping and stuff up here. So Rod, what did you do? Oh, wait, I forgot. Sorry, Ron. You can yell at me.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Ron.
He has a stand-up comedian background tonight.
What
club are you in?
Stand up later on.
Yeah, it has that vibe about it. Should I switch to that too, and then we can both be like stand-up comedians, like in the same place. See if we can.
Steven Drones, good to see you as well. Hey,
just go like this.
Cool. Hello.
Without a green screen, doesn't work very good.
Oh wow.
I don't. Oh, I
I
have
don't
a
have any green screen. I must have a.
You have, but you don't have a green screen behind you, do you?
Not at
I
the
don't.
moment, no.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Look at
so
that. I'm like made of bricks.
here, if y'all saw, I
You're like a
posted in the.
superhero.
Here's the thing.
Man.
I Oh, you look like the Sphinx, man.
I know,
You look
that's
like the
great.
Sphinx.
Like,
You see what I'm saying?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
you
came
look like
here
the
and
Sphinx.
just derailed the show again.
It clicked in.
Oh, good.
I know.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I was like
like
we were
some
supposed
Avenger
to ask
kind of
mystic
person.
questions. Will there be a Mavic 4 this year? The Sphinx says probably not.
Yeah.
Well, now Ron and I are in the same
where's
room.
that ball you shake up?
Now we're in the same room, Ron. See?
Yeah,
This is the red brick room.
Yeah. Okay. Now pass something to the other guy.
Well, you get your pocket 3
It
out.
must be a
We'll
brick
have pocket
house.
three.
Pass the Mavic 4 over,
It
Chuck.
must be a brick house.
Oh.
Yeah, Chuck, I'm going to pass you that super secret Mavic 4 over for you to test out.
But
I'd like
I
to
was
test that
being
thing
logical about this. I was being logical because here's the thing. OcuSync 4 came out on 7/25/23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And then 2 months later, the Mini 4 Pro came out. So every consumer drone at this point, save one, has already been upgraded to OcuSync 4. The Mavic 3 runs OcuSync 3 plus, whatever the hell that is. So, but it's still not OcuSync 4. So, are we going to wait? What I'm trying to say is they can't really give us a Mavic 3S and all this stuff if they're going to not go ahead and advance the Mavic. So that's why I'm still thinking that we're going to see a Mavic 4 sooner. Plus, if y'all have noticed, like, they've been discounting the prices of the Mavic 3. They've been discounting the prices of the Air 2S. They've been discounting the prices of all the refurbished products. And another thing, too, the RC Pro, it's already obsolete. The controller that we have for our Mavic 3s that we spent, $1,400 freaking dollars on is obsolete. Think about it.
I should just throw it in the trash bin.
Well, I mean, if you want to keep flying your Mavic 3, but here's the other thing. We don't think that the Mavic 4 is going to be inexpensive. From what I'm hearing and being told is it's going to be a beefier folding drone and it's going to carry a heavier payload.
I guess we'll see.
And carry heavier price along with it, huh?
Yeah, like Rod's hearing 4,000 to 4,500, and that's what I'm hearing about 4,000 to 4,500.
I don't know if I'm interested.
Can I get the Mavic 4 Classic at a decent price?
No, that's the classic, dude. That's the classic.
I want the classic at $3,000.
There's not going to be no. I'm saying the entry level bird.
Just give me the big honking sensor.
Is going to be.
So wait. Is the rumor this Mavic 4 is going to have the 4/3 as its biggest sensor?
Yes.
Just like a Mavic 3?
Well,
yes.
nothing wrong with the 4/3 sensor. It's the problem is the other two cameras have this.
Don't get me started on the RC Pro.
The other two cameras, who cares about those? I mean, you only need one goddamn camera in this thing. Really?
Well, what I really want, Chuck, I don't know.
A 1-inch zoom.
I don't want 3
that would
cameras
be nice.
either. I want 1/4 camera with a what do you call a real zoom on it, a real optical detachable zoom on it.
Yes, that would be
1-inch optical zoom.
That would be killer if it had like
a 1-inch optical zoom.
I want the 4/3 optical zoom.
That would start to loosen my wallet out of my pants. Yeah,
for $4,500, and let's say a 45-minute flight time.
All good stuff.
Carry a toddler.
It depends on the physical size of the drone if it can still be packed in my damn bag, man.
You know, Lloyd, you're close on that question, but maybe you should ask, can it carry a pig?
Can it carry a small child, or was it what's Ken's thing, like a 2-year-old, or carry a toddler?
So we can go, yes, pigs can fly.
When
pigs can fly. No, really. I mean, well, it depends Rod, we can get in the use case again. I mean, the physical size of the drone matters depending on what you're gonna.
So if you have a travel channel where
obviously.
you like to be real mobile when you're flying around all over the world, you don't really want to carry a drone that's as big as a suitcase with you.
Not really. I mean that's why I never bought a Phantom.
Since
Actually,
the Mavic 3 Pro had 3 cameras on it, does that mean the Mavic 4 is going to have 4 cameras on it?
I don't know.
That's a good one, Bill.
Kind of crazy.
That was something Mark came up with. What the rumor that I had heard, I hadn't heard about the optical zoom. We figured we'd just throw that in while it was on the board.
Oh yeah, I'm
Wouldn't
saying
that
that.
be
Maybe they
something?
could, maybe they could put that on the
I'm
wish
saying
list. But again, let's let's do this. Let's say this. RC Pro. Now, he said not to get him started on it, but it's like I said, it's obsolete.
It works great. I don't know why.
It works, yeah, but what can you use it with now?
The Mavic 3, Mavic 3 Classic, Mini 3 Pro.
They can make it compatible because they made the goggles compatible, which is also an O3 devices. The goggles and the motion controller.
But
both
like I
O3,
said, we're already on OcuSync 4. So, it's like going back to Windows 95.
Yeah,
no, not exactly. I mean,
there's actually something really bloody important for DJI with OcuSync 4, and MadTech clued me in on this. So it's not just the change in what they did to OcuSync, adding 2 frequencies. They've made what they call their P2 chip. So it's actually a new version of the chip.
There's a naked drone on the screen right now.
So my assumption is with the chip shortages and allocations and things like that, that you're not wrong in that they're going to want to get everything onto that new chip.
You're going to shoot the moon? We'll say a micro 4/3 base camera and a micro 4/3 optical zoom.
So that new chip
that's
is
a lot of camera space. That's a lot of payload. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's going to be a beefier bird. And Caleb was pointing out that it's no longer consumer at that point. We're almost
prosumer. Prosumer at the very least.
Yeah, well,
it's past prosumer at that point.
Yeah, we're talking cinematic, man. Of course, the Mavic 3 is cinematic.
Bill, it sounds like you're talking about almost like a Baby Inspire.
You can get
you
can get cinematic,
but foldable.
Stuff.
Foldable Baby Inspire.
You can get cinematic footage out of a Mini 3 Pro if you fly it right.
Yeah. You can get cinematic footage out of an Air 2S. Caleb proves that quite often.
Yeah, you can get good stuff out of anything that's been built. Well, hell, I mean, even the Mavic Pro was capable of some really good stuff. I mean, like
so is the Avata. The camera on that Avata is freaking produces some nice video. It's the same as the Mini 3, camera wise.
I don't know. I think cinematic and FPV. I don't know if they don't usually.
Keep in mind, normal and sports mode. That thing is very cinematic.
That's my reasoning. Is what I'm thinking. Like everybody was saying, oh, we're going to get another drone before the end of the year, and I said, no, we're not.
And you didn't. So you're right.
We didn't get one.
Right.
Everybody's saying that the FPV drone is in, people's hands. Yes,
feels like that's probably
only like about
true.
2 or 3, and they're doing all the initial testing and helping DJI. It's not in all the influencers' hands yet.
We know that, Bill, because if what's that guy on Twitter? If he hasn't leaked the photo yet, not that many people have it.
Oh, right, exactly. Igor.
If Igor hasn't leaked any photos, it's not in many people's hands.
Exactly, but that's what I'd heard. It's still in beta testing, and there might be like 3 guys in the U.S. that actually have the drones. Do I know the guys? No, I don't. But that's all I've heard. But now, when you said, when Igor starts, well, none that I could say anything about that
Igor,
would potentially get
okay, yeah. Well, agreed.
Hump.
Agreed.
Wait, what? What is Warren say? Hang on, I got to put this up here because now he's put the squirrel brakes on. Ready?
Put it up.
Oh, we're going back to getting the wallet out of my pants, and then you turned it around a little bit. But yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing that's gonna seriously, if the Mavic 4.
Kuma stop, ho.
To me, I mean, I know I'm not I'm Abby something anyway, so it doesn't matter. But like for
I'm
me, I
Abby
mean,
average.
the portability of the drone still matters, and I actually, man, if there was a mini drone that had the capability of Mavic 3, sign me up. But as far as overcoming wind mainly, because like the Mini 3 Pro and the Mini 4 Pro are really good at overcoming pretty strong winds. I mean, I'll testify to that in Iceland. The Mini 3 Pro was God, saved my ass, man. I think flew a lot in rough winds. But still not a Mavic 3.
No.
So like if there's any way to get a mini
it's not even
drone,
an Air 3.
Happy New Year.
It's very capable, but yeah, it's not. Oh no, actually the Air 3 is amazing.
The Air 3 actually flies better than the Mavic 3.
I've heard that. I've heard
it does.
Yeah. So like
man, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Mini 4 Pro flies like butter. I've never seen so quiet, so smooth.
It does. It does.
It probably does, but I haven't been disappointed with the Mini 3 Pro.
The Mini 4 Pro is the best mini drone ever.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it's noticeably quieter than the Mini 3.
I'd make an argument against that, but you guys don't have it. You guys don't have it and probably aren't interested in it. And it's the Emax Baby Hawk 03. That thing is bloody quiet and bloody fun. And it's a sub 250 right there. And it has the 03 air unit, produces great video. And you can do your flippies and floppies. And well, actually that drone will do almost 70 mile an hour if you hammer it hard.
I have no need for a little drone that does 70 miles an hour.
Yeah,
it doesn't have waypoints and all the other goodies.
Exactly. It doesn't have panoramics and all that stuff. All I got to do is press the button and go, bam.
Rod knows it boils down to what you're going to use the thing for. Rod's an FPV dude.
Look at Stevie Bronx chasing the drift cars. You want an FPV?
No, I don't think so. Want a mini. I would love it. We would all love it to have a mechanical shutter, of course.
No, that's the use case right there.
So we're going to go. Okay, so we'll go mechanical shutter.
Won't happen.
On the base
It'd
micro
be global
4/3
shutter before they ever go back to mechanical.
Okay, right. And then we'll go micro 4/3 zoom. So we've got the mechanical shutter on one, the base camera, and then we'll go.
Why couldn't we just have one camera, a 4/3 or bigger sensor on there? Micro 4/3 pretty epic though, with adjustable aperture, with optical zoom, and I don't care if the f-stop changes a bit to keep the cost down or whatever. That's enough. And one payload that still fits on something.
$4,500.
Because then
if the thing didn't grow. If the thing didn't grow physically,
a Mini Pro S. Wait a minute, what's Caleb talking about? Wait.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Caleb?
I want to hear this. Chuck's question. Can't have all that on one drone, otherwise you can't sell 6 different drones.
Oh, that's true.
Good point.
Yeah.
But, and until the monopoly is gone,
you can put it on one drone and put a price tag on it. Only specific people will purchase it. Like Chuck was pointing out, I can buy 4 Mini 4 Pros.
You really can. You can.
You
could. It's send 3 into a volcano.
It's no different than the camera world. You kind of have to, in some ways, wrap your mind around the pricing in the camera world. That
we need to do this AI.
The top end cameras are
kamikaze pigs carried by the Mavic 4.
$6,000 plus, and
I'm gonna
sort
do
of the high
there's
mid
an AI
range
thing on here.
are $4,000.
Where's it at?
So $4,000 for a Mavic 4 lines up with a Canon R5 or a Nikon Z8 or a Sony A7 R4, which is $4,000. So it's in that same price range as those mid-range cameras.
I'm curious to see. I'm always curious to see what DJI has up their sleeves next. But my current fleet is serving me well, and I'm very comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with flying Mini 3 Pro. I'm comfortable with flying Mavic 3. I'm comfortable with the RC Pro. It flies both drones. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Chuck. I don't know if I need a Mavic 4.
I'm actually in the quality that we get out of these things now is great, man. I mean, yeah, they could push it further. But I don't know if I care when I'm just doing YouTube stuff. So I'm always interested and I want to see what they have to do. And if it's something that really what is so funny? The kamikaze pigs?
Dude, that's what I'm doing. Evie Mux has a built-in background with AI, and I typed in kamikaze pigs
Uh-oh, and
carried by
you're gonna get
drones over
yeah.
rice fields.
And you're gonna show us?
No, man, it's too messed up so far. But I'm losing it.
Oh.
It's absolutely. I gotta see. Wait a minute. Let's see. Can I
But,
show you this?
but yes, as Chuck and I have mentioned many times,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
whatever you're
Can I
going to
put the
invest
screen
in
from
next,
that?
if you have anything near sort of the current set of drones, you really need to look hard and fast
You
at,
do. You have to think
is
about
it really worth that many
right.
thousands of dollars for one feature
It's
over
really
what you
weird.
got today?
I never thought I would say this, but I mean, basically, like with the Mavic 3 stuff and the Mini 3 stuff that I have, when I can't get batteries, I'll be forced to upgrade. But really, until that
Oh,
point,
Bill's here. Andrew's here.
it'll have to be something really I need. Something on the drone that I just can't live without. I have to have it to make me want to upgrade.
And that one thing
and part
for
of
me,
part of that's what?
I was going to say, and that one thing for me, and we've talked about this, my use case because of the rocket launches, I need a long optical. That's my use case for what I want in the next drone. Until then, they can keep producing whatever, and I'll just wave at them.
Yeah, I think the problem with that is your use case is kind of you're not in the peak of the bell curve, so it's kind of tough. But I get that, and I don't know, I think we're all in the same boat. We all have something. Most of us have like an Air 3 or a Mavic 3 or even an Air 2S, which is a great drone. You might even have just a Mini 2, and a Mini 2 is still a great drone. I laugh when I say that, but it's a great drone.
There's almost nothing they can do to the camera that is going to make it significantly better than what you have today.
Especially if you're just posting on YouTube. If you're posting...
Especially.
I mean, right, unless you're going to be doing something professional, then maybe you need to step it up a little bit. But for most of us, we are in good shape. And you have to really, like you said, justify, do I really want to spend this sum of money on a new drone when you're so comfortable flying what you have? You've been flying what you have for so long. You know what it's going to do in different situations, and you're comfortable with it. And that's a big part for me. Like being comfortable flying my drone, I can be a little more,
and you know how to edit the video that came out of it.
There's no way you're right, Chuck. We've only been saying this exact same thing for the last 8 months.
Yeah. It's true, Caleb.
Even YouTube, even if you're just doing YouTube, okay, if you had the Mavic 3, that was your primary drone for your YouTube channel video, and do you think the Mavic 4 would help you actually that your channel would be more successful? Would people say, would you get more fans saying, oh, I'm going to sub this guy now because he's putting up better quality video with his Mavic 4.
If your channel is failing because you're using a Mini 3 instead of a Mavic 3, it's you who's failing.
That is true. That's 100% true. I don't even talk about the drone that I fly in my stuff when I do the vlogs. It's
Captain Joe showed that one Christmas video that he did, and it was right after he got his Air 2S back, and everybody was going, "Oh, is it this or is that?" And he went, "No, it's the Air 2S." And I think everybody's jaw dropped, realizing that, hey, that still looks pretty damn good.
It's a great drone, man, and
you have your own custom loots and everything for your Air 2S, you can make it look amazing.
You don't exactly. You even need lookup tables. Really, you can do great stuff. Just if you film a D-Log and just want
what the camera does, you can make it look like anything you want to.
Wow, I had you mentioned AI. This is how I'm not a big fan of AI when it comes to video, but holy crap, what it did to some of my photos. Google decided to mess around with some pictures that I had taken up in Niagara Falls last week. Holy crap, it was cool. The stuff that it did was cool. And it wasn't that it didn't really, they were my pictures or Lori's pictures, but the way it enhanced them and did stuff with them was cool. So I see like what could happen if you get decent footage, decent pictures, and then AI can just kind of take them and enhance them a little bit. Not turn them into cartoony, but like really improve them in a cinematic way. That's cool, and that's where I think AI is going to go and help us the most. But I'll be sad if AI does all the heavy lifting for me personally.
Definitely one of them.
I like that part. The editing part is something.
Oh wait, Lloyd has a Spark, an original Air, and a Nevada.
Nice. So
That's a kind of a
So
definitely.
he's got the
unique.
beehive
Spark
with
is.
the Air One.
Oh man, that thing was loud. I had that thing.
The Spark's not a quiet drone either.
No, the Spark's a loud little bugger too. And both of those, the Air and the Spark, both fly about the same amount of time, like about 12 to 15 minutes. All you get out of them, then it's bringing it back time. So
Randy's saying, I wish
yeah.
my drone shot video like my A7 IV. That camera has amazing video quality, especially in low light. Video is awesome, but I can't get in. Okay.
You know, that was the second
what's the weight of that
best-selling
A7 for setup?
Yeah, that was the second best.
Oh, I didn't know it was a 4.
Second or third best-selling camera in Japan for all of last year was that A7 IV.
It's a pretty good camera, man.
How much is it? For just the body. Just the body.
I think that one is $2,500. That's part of it.
Well, that's what you got for
body.
Was that what
The
you got
body
for
is
Christmas, Randy?
$3,000.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
man,
I really
probably-
like this.
Could
I
man
think the
probably
60
get the Air Peak drone and put that on and get the footage, Rod?
You know, ultimately,
Air Peak. That's right. You
I-
can bolt
I
it on
am-
the Air
Put that in
Peak.
his Air
I
Peak
am
drone
still
and get that beautiful footage.
Is there an Air Peak 2 coming? It's been out a little while. Is it time for Air Peak
Eventually
2?
there will be. I'm a huge fan of that platform. The idea behind that platform.
Yeah, it
where
was a good-
you
it
have
was a
a
good plan.
drone and you just put the camera on it,
A
right?
proper camera as a
proper
payload.
camera, and so the drone and the camera are essentially separate
And it
from
had-
each other.
It had
Just
the
for
controls.
No,
upgrades.
we just have live streams and talk about it.
It had the Inspire controls too, where you had 2 controllers. So you had your pilot and you had your videographer.
It's cheaper than the Inspire
Same
3.
setup. Yeah, that's
The
a great
drone's
setup.
only $9,000,
And
and
man, you
anybody
put-
who's buying the drones already got this. Already got the freaking.
You have
Sony
the camera. You have the
They've
camera.
already got the
You
camera.
have the lenses.
Angel, are you eating?
Yeah, it's very true. Actually, I guess I hadn't heard much about Air Peak since it rolled out. Remember, there was quite the buzz on the thing when it came out.
They
pun
just,
intended.
they just
I know a lot of people
released a
shoot
firmware not long
Sony
ago.
cameras, but I don't know one of them who bought the Air Peak.
I know Lori has her A6600, and I don't think, even if I bought her an A6700, which I would kind of like to get her, I don't think she would be willing to let the 6600 go up in the air on a drone.
On an Air Peak.
And I don't know if I'd want to put $1,000 lens on the $1,000 body and put it up in the air either. But
I mean, they put that thing
I
through
guess, you get some great shots though.
40
Cameras
plus
aren't
mile an hour wind tunnel tests
Yeah.
with that thing. That thing went through massive amount of testing. And you
Yeah,
have
we
to
can crash
understand.
anything. We've all proven to ourselves we can crash anything. You just
You have to understand, Sony made that thing for themselves, for their video, for their studios. That's who they made that thing for. So that thing is well built.
So where's the Air Peak 2 though? Really?
Hey,
There must be
hey Chuck,
something
can
on
you
the
imagine
horizon.
traveling with that Air Peak and the Sony camera?
Jeez, a whole nother suitcase for that thing. Oh, man. Yeah, I suppose.
Suitcase. You need a
but
U-Haul.
I don't think I want to
carry.
carry Ron. I don't think I want to carry it on my back, like backpacking, like, and then have to deploy it somewhere in a field. Jesus. Certainly don't want to hand catch
But
it.
but
for
if
sure.
DJI could give us a Mavic 4 where the camera was replaceable with different payloads with different
Ron, this
things,
is for you.
it'd be great.
Hey, Chuck, don't worry about hand catching that. I saw a guy at the Ken Heron drone meetup on the boardwalk in the city hand catching M300.
Really?
Ken did.
Wow.
Ron,
Gutsy.
look at the comment.
I was talking about, let's see, on New Year's Eve, I flew my Mavic. Oh, yeah, he was. The View Chaser was there. Yep.
Cool.
Yep, I saw him. But yeah, Ken Heron, he hand caught the M300. I don't know how much bigger the Air Peak is.
Does he have chainmail on? Did he have chainmail gloves on or anything to catch that thing?
Well, he signed a waiver.
The Air Peak is
Jeez.
bigger than the Inspire
Man.
3.
Better have a cooler. Have a cooler with some ice handy just in case, Ron. Pick up the
Right.
pieces and get
Brian,
them
did
to the
you say it's
hospital.
bigger than the M300?
It's probably the size of a Matrice 300, size-wise.
Okay.
It's in that range.
Yeah, hell
It's
of
in
a-
that size.
Gory scene, man. If that thing gets your fingers.
You guys should have seen the zoom on the
fingers.
M300. This guy, I forget the gentleman's name. I have it written down. But he hit the zoom button. He zoomed all the way. He didn't need to fly to the end of the boardwalk. He just zoomed out. With
Really?
M300, you could just put the drone up right above your head
So, like-
and just zoom in.
Really?
That's what
You didn't,
I'm looking
It was
for.
still optically okay because you're punching in digitally,
I mean,
right?
I didn't see the video output, but on the screen, he had like basically it's an RC Pro type of controller and screen. It looked great in the screen.
Hey Caleb, what's the zoom on the M30? Is it 16 or 18 native? It goes to like
optical?
160
Yeah,
digital.
it goes to 128. I think it's 16.
16 time optical, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
goes
it's pretty incredible.
to, I think
How much
Dre
does your
said
f-stop
160 digital on the high end.
How much does your f-stop change when you pull in?
That I don't know. The
Yeah.
M3E is pretty impressive too, though.
Yeah, that
It's always the
M30 is
problem
a
with
nice
zooming
drone.
in. It's always the problem when you zoom in how your f-stop changes.
Okay,
and
here
darker
y'all been
and
talking
more
about
light.
all this different stuff. As a hypothetical, what do we expect in 2024 in drones, camera, and technology in general?
Oh,
I
I mean, what's DJI? Here's just here to because everybody's like, "Oh, Mavic 4, haha." Okay,
well, Mavic
What's
4 is the
Mavic-
most probable thing to come out in 2024, I think.
yeah.
well,
if-
a lot of people
Um,
say you say it, a new FPV drone is even coming before the Mavic.
Okay,
4.
but
You
how
know
many
what?
drones-
Actually, that's true. There's probably an Avata 2 cooking somewhere.
Actually, a
Even-
lot of
even
people
more
think
so
it's a
than-
redo of the original DJI FPV drone that we'll see first.
You think the
but
potato too?
smaller.
They even have some leaked photos out that don't look too real of it, but
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know about
yeah.
like that looked a little spindly again too. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing that was so well, the thing that I like about Avata personally is that it's like a tank, man. It looks stupid, but it's almost indestructible.
It's like the FPV
Yeah.
Spark.
Obviously, in the
Right, Rod, it's like
consumer
almost
camera
indestructible.
drones, the Mavic 4 is the only thing that makes sense because everything else has been refreshed.
Well, you know that I mean,
so-
there's a good chance we'll see a Mini 5 Pro at the end of 2000.
Well, at the end of the year,
Ah,
you
the
know the
frickin'
Mini
mini
5's
stuff is-
coming because that's when they release the Minis. November
that's a
every
money
year.
grab, you know. Why wouldn't they do it?
No, some other
It's for
incremental
Christmas.
improvement. I don't know what they're going to do to it this time, but I thought it was amazing that Mini 4 Pro picked up the LED on the bottom. It picked up all these things that added weight to it, yet it didn't go over 249 grams. That's like incredible.
Remember,
How-
they fed the battery down a little bit on the
Yeah, I mean, like-
4 Pro battery.
Yeah. Yeah. So they keep finding ways to like make room for more stuff and save weight.
Chuck? Do you think they'll ever get to the point where they can put the second camera on the mini drone?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, they've already done stuff that blows my mind. They've done stuff that I never thought or dreamed was possible with mini drones.
Okay, so
Actually,
if they put two
they
cameras,
they can't put the weight on it. Maybe that's the drone where you'll see the first kind of optical zoom on it.
A Ron,
You know what would really make me super happy is if there was a mini drone that had quick release props, just like its big brothers and sisters.
So
Yeah,
There's
but then the weight thing again, they don't want to sacrifice the weight
there
because
must be
they
a
want to put some on the
way.
Beatron rather than do that.
I know,
there's
but
an
there must
there's
be a way
an
to do it, Ron.
03 FPV drone that's 75 millimeters that is only like 63 grams with the 03 air unit on it. So they can make a
What was
smaller
Dre
drone.
talking
Trust
about?
me, it's already been
inconsistent
done.
battery flight time. What were you? Okay, what were y'all talking about when Dre was? Because this is 5 minutes ago. I'm trying to catch up.
Oh,
What did Dre say?
It's inconsistent battery flight time. I'm trying to catch up, but you know, everybody said when I do it high speed, you can't read what I'm putting up.
yeah, you
So,
can never.
It
keep
is
up.
gets cooking pretty fast there. Yeah.
so I'm not sure what you were talking about, Dre, because okay. I love everybody, but I'm going to catch up with chat.
Yeah,
immediately.
Lady Flyer, you are up late.
Air
Isn't it
peak.
getting to be like
He's talking
stupid
about
o'clock
the air
for you?
peak.
Oh, the air peak has inconsistent.
Oh yeah. The flight time on that thing is
It's
not
like
good.
10 minutes or something like that, Rod.
17
Wait a
minutes,
minute.
give or
Let's
take.
don her. With
Was she not? Oh
moderator.
yeah, she's hit her over the head with a wrench.
everybody, go jump on her channel.
But that's why they're due
What
for
was
an
it?
air.
I already found her because like
It was like
she
Mel Brooks
commenting
in History of the
on
World.
my channel, which was cool.
That's why
Everybody,
they're due for
jump
an
the
airplane
queen!
too.
Appreciate the love, by the way.
Did y'all ever see that? Remember History of the World?
Oh, yes.
It's good to be
Remember
the
what he
king.
Yeah,
And
everybody, jump the queen.
And actually, Ron,
Hans
there's
jumped
one
the
more
queen.
that's out there that
But
most
everybody
people haven't
jump
talked
the
about.
queen.
Bang bang, yeah.
Yeah.
That is overdue for a version 3, and that is X Dynamics.
Well, there is some talk
They're-
about X Dynamics coming back in
Their
2024.
platform, that
What is- what do you mean
platform
you stopped typing?
was, as far as I'm concerned, a pretty damn
No, I was
good
just catching up.
platform. It was basically the Phantom 4, right?
Right.
It was that style of drone
X
with
Dynamics.
an interchangeable
Ooh.
camera.
You hear this?
So
She's saying that Avada's not doing the job.
Me,
But
me,
Rod,
me.
the problem with the say the name of that company again.
X Dynamics.
X Dynamics, they may have had like the thing of the Phantom, but they had the bugs of like the Femi and Hudson drones.
Oh,
It's
the
got
tilted
wheels
horizon
on it.
and all
Little
that good
bit.
stuff.
Wheels on it.
A little bit, but
That
they
track
made
is
a
drone
but they
sound
made
out
a
all the bugs.
but they made a big improvement from their version 1 to the version 2. So if they can do that kind of improvement from their
No, it's
version
gonna
2 to the version 3,
And they did poor marketing. They did a poor marketing job
they'll be in the game.
on the
They'll be in the
version
game.
2. But a lot of people don't know about that drone. They don't advertise on getting the hands of the influencers.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Companies
Here you
made
go.
a lot of mistakes.
Lens, the goggles are already being. We were talking about that earlier.
We
We
know
had
that.
heard that the new FPV drone was on. I personally had heard that it was only like 3 or 4 influencers had it. They were doing beta testing with it, and they basically have the whole setup for the new drone, and they're going to do the beta testing, and that's why we've seen a couple of leaks here and there and heard a little scuttlebutt about it. But it's probably going to be another month to 2 months before all the influencers get it, and they start.
And it's
seeing
more
more
than
leaks on it.
those 2 or 3 that you know about, because MadTech, who's over in Europe, has some inside info, and I'm sure his contacts over there in Europe who are doing it too. So it's in a few places, and he's got some details that other people don't have. So
Oh, you see this?
he's obviously been talking to somebody that has it.
He's poking you.
And the last thing I want to do is buy new goggles and new controllers and all that.
Stumbled out of the gate.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
it's-
took
you
a big
know,
stumble.
Stumbled.
The Evolve 3, if they can make the same kind of improvements that they did between the 1 and the 2, between the 2 and the 3, it's going to be a
Hey,
interesting drone to
can you
keep an
answer
eye
this
on.
question? Are they a real American company, or are they just pretending to be an American company, but they're actually backed by somebody in China?
They moved from Hong Kong to Taiwan. They moved their headquarters out of China. It went to Taiwan.
Well, Taiwan
So
is.
specifically,
Yeah.
I got it, but Taiwan's not getting sanctions from the U.S. China is. X Dynamics moved intentionally.
Okay, so
And yes,
the
they
key
have
answer is they're
some
not an
R&D.
American company.
They have some R&D in the U.S. as well.
Okay.
Their headquarters is now in Taiwan.
So if you haven't already, I've just posted the link to her channel, and this is what it looks like. You can go over there and sign up for Ladyflower UK. She has 454 subscribers presently and 138 videos. And let's see. Let's just go. This is 2 minutes.
You gonna show one?
Let's do it. Oh, I don't have the audio. Hang
No
on.
audio?
Go back and roll the audio.
Hang on. But you're going to get the.
Well, you could mute us all if you want.
Teasing me with the bamboo. It's teasing me with the bamboo printer, man. That's just, where'd Rod go?
Nice bridge. Bridge porn.
Did Rod disappear?
I don't know. Bridge porn alert.
Bridge porn alert. Okay, we're just going to
Yeah.
talk while it's playing. Because I don't know for sure where music's from or anything.
I like UK bridge porn.
It's kind of I
like the vines hanging over. That's cool.
It's really
pretty.
cool.
It's just pretty. Yeah.
I hear too many people talking about, I lost my drone to tree branches. And I'm like, dude, if you can't see them clearly, don't fly near a tree.
It's, you know what? It is tough to see them. Like when you're flying in D-Log, if you don't have the corrective LUT that's built in like RC Pro and stuff, it is really hard to see them. Like an Avada. Avada doesn't have like a corrective LUT.
Right.
It is hard to see those things if you can't like get a little
Okay,
bit
now,
of
see,
color.
Well, you're finding your spotter should be able to warn you about the
Well, that's true, but you're going so fast in Avada, it's probably too late and screwed. But usually Avada just mows through them like a weed whacker anyway. It's kind of a it's a crazy
that's pretty
drone.
cool.
Yeah, it's nice little dolly shot.
Wonder why I
really.
keep, because I've got Johnny's. Wait a minute, let me do this.
Sweeping there.
I left it up there. Oh,
Somebody has a Tiny Hawk RTF kit.
So they say they're on the correct side of the road. It's a long ass bridge right there.
I like it though. It's pretty countryside. It's kind of misty.
England and Scotland. I haven't been.
Got it located in, Bill?
Mikey.
I haven't been to Ireland, but England and Scotland were both very nice and easy on the eyes. We had a lot of fun checking those places
Hi,
out.
Mikey. NDA prevents more info.
So these are filmed a little bit ago. It's more like fall, so it's probably what, November-ish? When was this? You know, when it was flown. Yeah.
I don't know how the leaves change over there.
They I don't know. When we were in Windsor in October, late October a year ago, it was pretty. The colors were changing and stuff. It was cool.
Mark White's talking about Wales.
Oh, I bet Wales is great. There's like a castle at every corner in Wales, and we were advised to go there. We haven't yet. Oh, just gonna decide to go over the bridge last second.
What road is this? Do we know?
No, but maybe she will tell us.
Possibly, maybe, but I got to get to where am I going? Where am I going?
You know, an interesting question is: does it even matter?
What do you mean? The drone?
Well, I mean, I was only asking Rob because
which drone it was.
Curious.
Does it really
but I
matter?
don't think
Is
it's
the video
an
good or is the
obstacle
video not good?
if it was the Mini 4, it wouldn't have hit the bridge because the obstacle avoidance would have saved it.
Oh,
I don't know.
Never,
Ask Marcus
ever,
about the
never.
obstacle avoidance on the Air 3.
Never ever
It hit a
trust your
building.
OA.
Put your faith in. Have the faith, Chuck. Have the faith, baby.
No, it's like a seatbelt. I mean, I wear a seatbelt because expect the unexpected.
And
But
actually,
Angel,
Ron,
did you?
there's
I
one
think
more
Angel
drone.
just died
yeah,
on me.
make use of it. What
He said
happened,
he was going to be
Angel?
home in 5 minutes, and that was an
Angel's
hour
going to
ago.
be in 5.
Yeah, Angel's going to be in 5, and that was an hour ago.
And Ron, there's
Well,
one more
that's
drone
like
with
football.
with
That's like a football 5, Bill.
Do what now?
That's like the football 5 minutes at the end of the game.
Oh, you know what's going? I'm wondering now if maybe I got to cancel this.
Oh, Bill? I want to say something. Congratulations to the Washington Huskies for playing in a national championship game next Monday against the Michigan Wolverines.
They scared the hell out of me when they were trading touchdown for touchdown, man. It was like crazy.
I knew they had it. I knew they had it in that second half.
I'm looking at Dominic's comment for a little while ago. The correct side of the road.
Oh, the
Whatever.
correct side of the road.
Whatever.
I don't know. I couldn't drive.
I've driven on both sides of the car and both sides of the road, and I still prefer.
I hate to
US
tell you
style,
this,
but
But
I'll
the correct
live into it.
who invented the automobile? It damn sure wasn't somebody from Australia. So the correct side of the road is here.
But I think
the road.
the term right of way came from England because what's on your right has the right of way. So it kind of makes sense.
Well, I was just saying though, you know,
Same.
the reason because we invented Somebody's
Somebody's gonna have to go back and ask the Romans.
Yeah,
Yes, there you go.
right. There you go. You got to ask the Romans.
There you go. We got to ask the Romans.
Good call right there. It was invented in France. Really now?
What was invented in France?
I don't know. Stupidity.
And Ron, there's one more drone that could be interesting. And it was at South Florida Drone Meetup last year.
See,
Yeah.
here we're going
Everybody was
talking
surprised,
again.
and
Again,
everybody
I
was
still-
surprised when they flew it.
It's still a Mavic 4 coming.
the
I think a
V-copter.
Mavic 4 's
The
coming.
new V-copter.
Yeah.
The Romans invented orgies. That's a very good thing. So
If they
you
can
think
get a
of
better
that.
camera on the next
Kayla's
V-copter,
giggling.
that thing's going to be...
And toga
play.
parties. Toga parties. Roman. Another good idea.
Yeah.
Of
Oh,
course,
you can eat.
you know,
Toga.
they
Toga.
release one of those drones about every 5 years. So maybe this is the time.
What was the battery life on that V-copter?
Well,
It
real
was
good
50
because
plus.
only the two
It
blades.
was
to
50
put.
plus minutes because there
Yeah.
were only 2 props.
Oh yeah, whatever
Yeah.
happened to that crazy thing? The
It
camera
only
wasn't that
decapitated 2 children. that I
Johnny
know of.
Drone Flyer
great.
still has his.
good. Does he still have it? I remember he had one.
Johnny Drone Flyer had it at South Florida last year.
Yeah.
He was the one talking about the next one coming out, man.
Yeah.
I know Brian over at True Drone Reviews and e-bikes is what it called now.
Yeah.
He got one like one of the first ones.
Yeah. He actually pre-ordered Bill and waited a year to get it.
Justin.
I'm trying to do everybody justice here.
He doesn't want an orgy or probably a toga party on this panel. Is what
All I'm saying is there are some drones that are out there that are on the cusp of being very, very useful. and being there.
Now, Rod, how about that? We see some links to this. There's a drone made in Japan. I cannot pronounce the name of it,
Yeah,
but they think
Oh,
that's
fuck.
coming to the rest of the world
I
next year.
I
We
got a
talked about
comment.
that thing like almost
I got a
10 months
comment
ago.
on that, and I'm going to say this: the best
Oh, I got a comment on that.
the best electronics on the planet come from Japan.
Pretty
End
much.
of story.
Okay, are you ready
much.
now? Are you ready for the big one? The CEO of that drone company is a former DJI employee.
Oh,
She now sits on the board of that company. And guess what else board she sits on? The Consumer Drone Advisory Committee.
Well,
For the
that's
US?
power.
Happened to be circumstance that DJI is getting forked. And then here we go. Hey, I got a new drone company. But these are not consumer drones.
What are
These
they?
are first responder angels.
I was gonna say angels in the house.
Sorry, guys, had to talk to the boss for a little. So
Angel, we knew
happens.
you were coming 5 minutes ago.
Dude, nice
Hey.
shots of the Space Needle around the holidays.
And Bill,
man.
I'll tell you the same thing I told you in chat. I don't care where they came from. It is not uncommon for people to leave big companies to go form other big companies and stab the other guys in the back. So
It's all
it
business.
doesn't matter that she came from DJI.
Just business.
It's just freaking. It's the way business
Well,
is done.
yeah, consider the whole point is her whole goal is to pad her pocketbook. I guarantee you.
Hell yeah.
And by the way,
Go first.
Y'all were
DJI
just
DJI
We're
spent
talking
$4
about
million.
how DJI is getting screwed, and you're like, yeah, it's okay.
DJI spent $4 million
Guys, I
on
love
lobbying
it.
Sky
Hope he's done.
Sky.
So we'd rather have a $10,000 drone that's not near the quality of DJI. Close.
No,
But
no,
not near
no,
the
no,
quality.
no,
No,
no.
that's
We
not
would
what we're
rather
looking for.
foster competition and have this work the right capitalist way and get
There
good
we
companies on both
go.
sides.
Exactly.
How
Instead
are
of
we
having
gonna
a goddamn
afford them?
monopoly with one company, Bill.
How are we
There's a
gonna
reason that
afford
you got to
them?
get the Mini 4 and the Mini 4 Pro and the fucking Mini and the 4 and the 4 Pro X Mini. You got to get all that because DJI can put out whatever the hell they goddamn want to because they have a monopoly on the entire freaking company.
Oh my god!
Okay,
All in one,
but how
all in
are
one
we gonna-
breath.
There's
Caleb,
no
all in one
competition,
breath.
period. Autel tried to have competition and none of their apps work. They had to literally drop out of the consumer drone market.
It is true.
But
It is
how
true.
in the hell are they going to compete with the price point? How?
Guess we'll just have to see what
They
happens.
can't
then,
until
won't we?
DJI falls. That's the exact thing. There is no competition if you have one company that can release everything twice as cheap as you.
Well, they need to
They're
catch
not
the
going to
fuck
get anything.
up.
They're not going to have. If you invent better technology because there's competition in the market,
They
you can
need
make
to
it cheaper.
catch the fuck up.
Hey, Bill.
I mean,
Can't
come
catch
on.
up to
Our
the
only
monopoly.
other
Who's catching
choice
up to
is a
Amazon?
Skidio.
Who's catching up to
It's-
Microsoft? Who's catching up to Apple, Bill? There's monopolies running rampant everywhere. Nobody can catch up to anything because
It's
we're not
really
doing anything
simple.
about antitrust laws.
They manipulate their currency. They manipulate their currency so
Just
that they
open
have
up
the
a can of
lowest rates.
controversy.
Nice. Nice.
Well,
If
but
they actually let their currency float, it would be more. It would cost more to manufacture in China.
right,
They
but
intentionally
that's
do.
what I'm
They
talking about.
intentionally do this to make it half as cheap as the rest of the world.
I mean, you know,
Go
we
in
got
the center of the road. There you go.
By the way, 50% of those are made in India now.
Chariots?
Phones.
phones.
iPhone.
Oh,
Sorry,
God,
didn't
that's
resist.
like 4 minutes
Didn't
ago, and I'm
resist.
just now to hear. Just now to the orgy. So I have no earthly idea what you said beyond that at this point.
We were talking about the Romans, what the Romans had invented that was so great, and I said, like, you know,
Oh
orgies
God!
and
Man, I keep having Mel Brooks flashbacks.
toga parties.
I keep having Mel Brooks flashbacks.
As
the
you should.
Inquisition, the
Aqueduct.
Inquisition.
The biggest thing they left behind was aqueduct.
Look out.
Aqueducts. Some of them are still around.
And
Yeah.
to make and the way to make bridges
Yeah.
with the arches.
We got corrected.
Yep, we're corrected.
Didn't their lack of
what's
didn't their lack-
fine to that, Bill?
So that means
Who
I was
who
wrong.
first mass
That means
produced
I was
the
wrong,
automobile?
and Europe is right.
Yeah, and who first mass produced the automobile?
Oh yeah, who created the
The assembly
production
line,
the assembly
and all
line.
that.
Yeah.
what, Mr. Ford?
Mr. Ford.
You know what's funny about Ford? You
His
know,
whole
down
Ford
at,
company's still around today.
did you guys ever go to like Thomas Alva Edison's winter home in Florida, outside of
I
Fort Myers?
don't think we would do that.
You guys ever go?
I've heard of it, but I've drove past it, but I've never been there. So
Do you know whose neighbors were?
This whole panel is
You
a
know whose neighbors
monopoly.
were in Florida?
Wait a minute. That's like going.
yeah, I know this. I mean, I've heard this trivia question.
I probably
but
said it
don't know the
before.
answers.
Harvey Firestone and Thomas Edison.
Yeah, this is the one I knew.
And of
Wait a
course,
minute, did I miss a trivia
Henry Ford.
question?
Those three guys
always
were
miss
hanging out
those.
together. That's why Ford automobiles had Firestone tires and GE headlamps. Those
There you
guys all
go.
were like this.
There you go.
Good businessmen. Anyway, I've said that before, but I thought that's a really cool little piece of trivia.
That is a little good piece.
I learned that when I was like 14 when I went there, like just blown away by how cool Edison's lab was. His lab was badass.
And
Yeah, here we go.
actually-
$12,000.
Here's the Soten is a Japanese company. Soten or
But don't you remember we talked about that? Like,
Wendy.
what is
What
going
is that
on,
noise?
man? Like,
Yeah,
Angel,
what is
are
that?
you
Angel, what are you doing?
Scraping.
He's like,
Say it again.
Sounds like the old days. Somebody opened an old beer can
or they're crumpling like a candy wrapper that they're like
in the microphone.
It's like trying to pull the plastic off of the top. Like,
Angel, what you doing, brother? Oh, it is him.
that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
I have no ice. My bad, guys. I
Angel's
was just
opening his checks. Hey, Angel's opening his revenue checks from his YouTube channel.
There it
Hey,
is. All
guess
the,
what?
the
I
big
did
bucks are
just get
coming
a
in.
check. I just
A
did
company
just
or
get a
group
check,
individual having excessive control over a commercial activity, but they do not have
Wonderful.
so technically DJI is beyond this, right?
What?
They're beyond the monopoly, right?
Yeah,
No, he's saying that
he's
other
right.
people in
DJI
the
only
world
has a
create
monopoly on
drones,
good
so it's
drones.
not a monopoly.
They don't have a monopoly on the bad drones.
But that's not true. Monopoly isn't just exclusively they can create one thing anymore. Monopoly is dominant in the market. So if one company can dominate everything in the market, aka why Microsoft had to be split up back in the day, because
Right.
Microsoft wasn't the only people with an operating system. There was another operating system, a
Apple.
couple in fact, but they had exclusive control over the market
Chuck,
because they were
Chuck.
so dominant. That's what DJI is doing right now. DJI is so dominant in the market that they have exclusive control. They're too big to fail. They're too big for people to compete with. So
Right.
it is.
Unless you want to compete at the bottom of the market. If you want to compete
But
at
people
the
saying that they
$100
don't
drone
is the reason that our
level.
entire country is in a crisis
They
right
don't?
now.
Yeah.
No, none of these
Yeah.
countries are monopolies because, other people still make food. Yeah, I'm sorry. That doesn't count.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
Let me ask a dumb question. You're a small startup, and you can only order in small quantities.
Right.
Are you going to try to build a consumer drone and make $10, or are you going to build an enterprise drone and make $10,000? This is what you see
Well,
in
we
the
know what
market.
Skydio did.
But why over
don't
the
we?
years, over the history, not just in drones, but in retail in general, why do most people try to dominate the fat middle of most markets? Like, okay, for instance, Ford, GM,
Money and
Chrysler,
volume.
they all dominated the car market by dominating the fat middle of the market. They didn't care that they weren't challenging Mercedes or these are all
Right.
high-end.
Right. They had a
wanted to
couple of.
dominate the fat middle of the market. They
Yeah, I
wanted
mean,
to, just to get the work cars and stuff like that. So
even their high end stuff was still something that was you could obtain it if you were a middle class guy. If upper middle class could grab a Corvette, kind of thing.
Right, but GM made their bread and butter not the Corvettes, but on their pickup
Right.
trucks and their 4-door sedans, their
Cavalier
station
and
wagons, their SUVs. now.
Malibu and yeah.
They dominated the fat middle of the market. They didn't dominate the high end like the
What are you
Corvette.
doing,
I mean,
Angel?
they had challengers from other, like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and so on.
Right.
I'm not
Somebody's
doing
wearing a
anything.
headphone or earbud.
Someone what?
Oh, they're getting their ears crunched. The people who are listening to with the headphones.
Oh, sorry.
But that's why the companies aren't going to compete with DJI and the consumer. It's like they're going to make more money per unit selling into enterprise.
So what you're saying, Rod, if there wasn't a DJI monopoly going on,
He's just
other
not
companies
catching
would
up.
be able to make
Why do you think we came up with it?
low priced.
I don't know.
That's the whole reason we came up with it.
I don't know that. Honestly, why would you look there? And I ask this in a serious way. given what's going on in Russia and Ukraine, where is all the huge dollar investments going into drones in the next 10 years? End of story, military.
Mhm.
Billions
What?
are going to be
Wait,
spent there
wait.
versus
I don't.
consumer.
I
If
don't
you
know
were going
this
to start a
acronym.
company, I'd go after the military. I'd go after the military stuff.
I don't know
To
the
hell with
acronym.
consumer. You're never going to make any money.
Somebody tell me what this acronym is. ASMR. What is it?
It's such a weird. It's not. I always thought it was audio sensory, whatever, but it's like astigmatized, metastasized, whatever.
Is that the one where
What
you
is
always-
it?
You talk
I don't
real
know that one.
Autonomous
I wanna-
Autonomous
sensory
sensory
meridian
meridian
response.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say what?
What?
Autonomous sensory
Autonomous-
meridian response. Basically, it's when you hear a noise that makes you feel away.
Oh. Okay.
And that's what we're
This
doing
whole
with
YouTube channel is dedicated to this stuff. It's really wild.
Scratch the mic. I'm not gonna scratch the mic anymore. I have a sock. Rub with a sock.
What are we doing here? Like
Better.
strange live stream fetishes brought to you by Drone Therapy.
I happen to have an old sock that I was using to clean some stuff, and look, it's still here, so I can use it for.
Happen to have an old sock.
Have an old Nike sock. See, it's all beat up
I
and
happen to have an
battered.
old
And
sock.
And now for Chuck's
who
ASMR.
is my dust rag? What can I say? I'm like, you know.
And let me give you throw another example out there. You know, there's a company that makes a little 2-inch helicopter that they sell for $80,000 to the government.
Oh yeah, that thing's pretty cool.
It's a little 2-inch helicopter.
I want one of those. Those are fun.
So why the hell would I build 100,000 itty bitty little mini threes when I could sell one for $80,000?
Yeah, and they're fun for the whole family. I want one of those.
Response. Autonomous sensory meridian response.
So you want to hear the dust sock a little more, huh?
Wait a minute. So autonomous. So that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Or is it just because
You hear it, it just happened.
But if it's
Like
autonomous,
it's like when you hear chalk on a chalkboard and you get goosebumps. It just happens. It's autonomous.
That sound doesn't bother me for some reason. I don't know why, but
Me either.
but why would you talk in the same?
I think it's a
tone for
learned
45
response,
minutes
Caleb.
just to pester people. I had teachers in school that would do that shit, and little did I know that if I just filmed them in class, that I could put them on YouTube now and get millions of views.
there you go.
That's exactly.
Missed
I mean,
the
how-
opportunity.
we all had those teachers.
Oh wow, what's in this
Students, please
bag?
change. Turn your textbooks to page 64. Today we will be
Bag.
talking about algorithms.
It's in Chuck's bag. Oh, F the album.
I found one creature on the
Never
planet that
attention.
doesn't have ASMR today.
What's that?
Cows. I flew my drone over a bunch of cows.
They didn't
never
care?
They never react.
Like honey badgers, they just don't care.
They don't
Oh
have
my
ASMR.
God.
They don't have ASMR.
Oh my
Uh,
god!
I've definitely flown
He
over
said,
cows
wait,
and
wait.
had them do this.
He said cows.
What do I have
And that's
We
here?
don't often talk
They
about
look
cows.
at
you.
We've
You
gone
know,
from balls to cows.
See?
Oh, what I found on my desk.
So you talking about cows, like
So-
cows, or you're talking about
so
like
safe to fly over the
like
cows.
Cows.
You know,
We're
Chris Hope.
riding
Chris
the
Hope's
Angel
got,
AMR wave.
yeah, Chris Hope's got cows on his farm, but every time he flies by those things, they don't pay any attention.
They just
to
don't
that
give a
drone
crap?
flying by.
Ooh.
It's like what? Drone?
Uh-oh. Have y'all started something here? Wait a minute. I'm
Ah,
trying to
did
see.
we?
No, Caleb. They're talking back and forth. So here we go. We're like, okay, we got exactly. Try to get the chips without sourcing from China. Ain't happening. Okay. And then we're coming down here, and Caleb's like,
Used to be able to get chips from Japan.
well, aren't we? So when are we going to be producing chips here in the
Yeah, I
U.S.?
thought the Biden administration put all this infrastructure in for
Oh.
here.
Sorry, guys.
We already produce chips.
Hey,
Most
man,
of the-
pass that
most
shit
of the
over.
Most of the Intel fabs are all in the U.S.
What?
TSMC
You didn't hear him cough?
is
Coughing it off.
It is
Coughing it
spinning
out?
up lab.
Nice.
It's spinning up fabs in Arizona.
Well, let me rephrase that, Rob. When will we be chip independent?
Never.
You know, that's an interesting question because it's about what nanometer size of machines and what you're producing. Ironically, the auto industry, most of the chips for them are created in Japan,
So,
and that's because they're using like 20, and that's because they use like 28 nanometer stuff over there. No, it's larger than what
The
your
large
CPUs
chips.
and all that stuff is. It's older tech, but it's
Okay.
fine for what they need. So most of the auto chips are built in Japan. So when Japan literally burned down 2 chip factories, that's why the auto industry came to a halt.
What's going on in
Because they were
Japan
all
with these
made in Japan.
earthquakes and everything?
What do you mean? They can't even get planes off the runway without catching them
Yeah,
on
well,
fire.
what happened with that? What happened with the Coast Guard plane hit the commercial plane?
No, the commercial plane, the Coast Guard plane drove out onto the runway as the other guy landed.
Don't they have air traffic controllers over there?
Yeah, well, you know how that works. Occasionally it all messes up.
I see.
It's not like that hasn't happened in the U.S.
Completely disagree on the use of monopoly as a descriptor. Ooh, man. Oh, God, my brain's starting to hurt. Big words. Big words.
Big word.
Don't, hey, that's the tagline for the show, Bill. Don't be an all tell.
And here's the other thing, and I think I
But
mentioned
Oddball was their only competition, and they failed. So can you compete?
Hello, we're talking about 2 Chinese companies. Where the fuck do you get competition out of it?
Whoa.
Oh,
And
Now,
how can you compete? We literally
there
just
goes
said that we
the
can't compete.
monetization right
We're
there.
literally
Just
talking
like
about
that.
we don't have chips to compete. If we can't compete and there's no competition, then it's a monopoly. Yes.
kind of sounds like it.
And the other part
you have
of
to have
this
a
is,
product that's there to have a monopoly over.
don't
for a
expect
monopoly to
DJI
exist.
to be on
If you
top
can't
forever.
produce the product, then no, you don't have a monopoly.
Keep in mind, people thought Sears and Roebuck would
Maybe I'm
never fall
missing.
down.
I can't because I'm getting a lot of feedback over
Well,
here.
they
I
didn't
may
have
have missed
monopoly
what
Our
you
because
British
said.
friend is
Hey.
knackered. I know that term.
So
Knackered. My friend Keith says that all the time. I'm knackered. Shattered is the other term.
Oh, okay. They're knackered over there.
Yeah, sleep well.
Oh,
It's
we
super
totally
late.
understand that. We
I had 5 hours to 9, and it's stupid
We're
early in
still
the
on for
morning.
at least another 30 to 45 minutes. So if you want to catch the replay and any
I have an
craziness we
answer
talk
to
about
this.
at that point as well.
I have an answer to this question, Bill. It's from Joshua Bardwell's. He's got
Love
a
the UK,
site
man.
called knowitallfpv.com. Go to that one, and that has all your beginner stuff and everything you want to know about getting into FPV is on that website from Bardwell.
Good to know.
Or you can, somebody that can help you out. Koopy, for somebody that's just, easy and knowledgeable to get to, you can
Yeah.
go to John Koopy's channel on YouTube. And it's JOHNCUPPI.
PPI.
And because he's got a lot of intro stuff, and he'll converse with you
Did
back
you
and
see-
forth to help you get started.
Yeah, do you see John when he flew that little RC helicopter thing? Or
Oh, yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
That's pretty cool. It kept crashing. He had to find parts for it.
Okay, so I want to go back to the point. I want to go back to where we were talking about. Okay, we've already said that things are going to get too expensive. Da, 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 da. What are we going to see? Are we going to see? We probably aren't going to see another pocket in 2024. No,
Probably
I
not.
we
Don't
very well
expect the
may see.
Pocket 4.
I expect an Action 5 somewhere around the same time,
Yes.
Yeah.
October-ish, November-ish, around
Yes.
that time.
Of
What are they
course.
going to do to action? What are they going to do to the action camera to make a 5
They'll
relevant?
think of something, Chuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right. They'll think
Ron,
of
I
something,
want to
you're
ask.
right.
Ron, do you still own any
That's true.
any Bugs 3s?
I did I tell the story in the show? Like I think it was not. It was last summer. I had a Bug 3 in the Yak, right? And I thought I hadn't flown it for years since I moved down the shore here.
I thought it
And
was
I
2.
got it out. It still worked or whatever. So I put it online. It took a long time to sell. And finally, some kid bought it. It's like some teenager. I mean, like an under 16-year-old teenage kid bought it from me.
Jesus, man, he's beating them
he was
kids
really
up,
happy
too.
with it. He was texting me about it and everything like that. So I did not, Bill. I sold it, but I got a good home for it.
You sold it. Okay, I get that. But what I was going to suggest to you is what can I do about that? Can I turn it down any? Let's see. Yeah, I can do that. Let's see if that helps, son. Yeah, I turned it down, son. I completely lost my point.
The Bugs.
Yeah, the
3.
Bugs 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the Action 4 in the harness for the Bugs 3 and see what kind of
Cool.
stabilization it gets out of it.
Cool.
I thought that would be an interesting
Maybe
video.
maybe it'll look like a high end, like 3-axis gimbal with the modern day stabilization.
I really wanted to like Action 3, and then I found out that I was misusing the action camera by putting ND filters on it and made it basically
You took away
unusable.
some of the stabilization, yeah.
Oh, it screwed it right up. It couldn't. So yeah. Then I was like, okay, this is not the camera for me. Pocket is the camera for me.
Right. Well, of course, if you have the thing mounted, the Action 3, 4, whatever mounted,
If you put it on a gimbal,
go
you-
put all the ND filters on your
Hey,
work.
you
okay,
put it on
how
a
did you
gimbal,
tag
yeah, right?
him?
Put it
Did
on
you
a
just
gimbal,
put
no.
at and because he actually tagged Justin and I haven't seen him be taggable.
Who?
See, Joe tagged him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, how?
Exactly.
Yeah,
How?
if motion blur is a big concern of yours, don't get an action camera.
Well, the thing I would have to do is put the action camera on
Yeah, yeah, I
a
know.
gimbal.
And then
It would
once
have to
you
go on a
have it, if
gimbal.
you have to put on a gimbal.
That kind of kills the whole point
Yeah,
of the thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
really not an action camera anymore. You might as well use a real camera at that point.
But what I've discovered, Ron, is that
Are you going next month, Angel?
if you
Or the-
use just
No, I
a
was,
low,
but I'm
like
not.
an ND8,
Oh,
use
wow.
an ND8. I guess he's got to talk about something else. That's okay. I'll talk later if you want. But
No, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah,
We
if
always
you use
talk
like
different ways.
a ND8 filter on like Action 3 or 4, and then you have a high enough frame rate, like 48 frames per second, and then you go just with a little bit of the 180 rule. You don't go crazy with it. You just
Right.
you slow the shutter a little bit. Then you get rid of that harshness, the harshness of the action camera, where like you see every little movement of everything.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right, Chuck. And
and then
the
it's
key component
workable.
you missed out was if it's extremely bright out,
Two
the
peas and Koopy.
stabilization doesn't have a problem. Like if
piece.
you're doing it in extreme sunlight, you can put that 8 on there and do
Yeah,
exactly
that's
what you said,
yeah,
and you'll
yeah.
be fine.
Yeah, but once that shutter starts to slow down, it
And
gets,
once you start to lose light,
it gets
is when
it
you
gets all
have a problem.
gets wavy and stuff. And
Right. Right.
yeah.
Well,
But
I tend not to use action cameras in low light scenarios. With any filters, no filters, any
Yeah.
situation, I tend not to use them much.
well, we started using. We have a mount. Lori and I have a mount where we put one Action 3 pointing down the road
Mm-hmm.
on a mount, and then we have the other Action 3 pointing at us, basically with almost no
Right,
filter on
right.
it.
Right.
And then we'll put the microphone on the one pointing towards us. We'll run them at the same time. Boop, boop. And then I can sync up stuff later, and then I can switch the cameras, front back.
Got almost like a 360 type of setup without all the
better-
funky
with-
fisheye stuff. Hey, Bill, to answer your question, what could they put in Action 4? They can steal the AI technology from the Insta360
Yes,
Pro.
they could.
I was just
They
showing
could.
UK girl
Koopy's channel.
The spelling
about
is correct.
Koopy, CUPP, 2 P's, I John
2 P's,
Koopy.
1 eye.
2 P's, 1 I, 1 U.
When you, yeehaw. But
John's a
anyway,
good
yes.
dude. I don't get to talk to him much anymore. When I do,
Hey,
it's
Bill, do
always
you think
fun.
we'll see? We didn't see an OM7 gimbal for our phones this year. Do you think we'll see the
Oh.
OM7?
Oh, I wouldn't be.
That's possibility.
Yes.
What about
Nope.
a successor to the RS3 Mini?
What are they using on 2-year cycles for those type of things?
See, we're
I don't
dancing
know. I
away
haven't even used
from.
mine. Mine's still like sitting
We're
on the box.
dancing
I haven't
away
even used
from-
it,
Put
Ron.
it on
What
eBay
you-
just in case.
We're still
I have
dancing
to
away
put
from.
the Crane
we
M3
know
on eBay that I
come
had
out with the camera stuff. We know that kind of stuff's going to happen.
yeah.
But what are they going to put out in drones? We've already said, they're probably going to put out a Mini 5 Pro. But
Yes.
there's not going to be a whole hell of a lot. There will probably see the Mini 4 SE and all that shit like they did before.
Right.
But beyond that, is that all they're going to put out? Is a bunch of, cheaper mini drones?
Well, Bill, remember that 2003 was probably DJI's best year ever. Mini 2 SE, not that that's a great drone. Inspire 3, Air 3, Mini 4 Pro, and I missed one drone in there. Oh, Mavic 3 Pro. So it's kind of hard to follow up that lineup of 5 great drones in 1 year. So I would expect to see less of a drone output from DJI in 2024.
Okay, so 2, maybe 3 drones from them this year.
Yeah. Not
so
counting all your down drones. Like I don't count SEs in them or whatever.
Right.
A downgraded version of the drone we already have.
Yeah,
Throw them
so
out.
we'll say so basically then that's going to give us a Mini 5 Pro, right? Or a
Probably
Mini
by
5
at the end of the year.
And a Mini 4 because we just got the Mini 4 Pro, so they'll do
we-
it.
okay,
Mini
Ron
four,
said-
I'm
Ron-
not counting downgraded.
Yeah,
drones.
Ron was very clear about that. If you listen to him, he said any downgrades, we're not counting them because technically DJI's already got them in the pipes. You know, they already know how to, okay, well, we don't need this part. We don't need this part. So we can sell, this is the SC. This, they already have that worked out. What we're talking about is introduction of upgraded products,
Right.
whether it be
Innovative
incremental
technology.
or it be a full step up.
Yes.
So we know for a fact that one of those is going to be the Mini, or we're saying for a fact that one of those is going to be the Mini Pro or the Mini 5 Pro.
Yes.
Given their history, yeah. it's
Hey, Ray,
pretty
sorry,
well-
glad to see you. Ray.
They rarely skip a year
99.9%
without
that
releasing
will
a
show
mini
up.
drone, a mini upgraded mini drone.
They haven't missed
Correct,
one, have they?
correct. So,
Although the Mini 2 came out, the Mini 3 came out like
No, they
in
skipped.
June.
They kind of skipped the beat between the Mini 2
Two and the
Mini
3.
3 Pro. They about a year and a half in between.
Yeah, the Mini 2 had a pretty good run.
Yeah.
but I'm still I'm
Nice.
talking consumer. Okay, so let's speculate. We've got 2 drones left. So we're going to guess and say an Air 3S probably, right? So it leaves us one other drone. What would that be? But Ron's saying the Air 3S doesn't qualify, but technically it would be an
it'll be an
upgrade.
upgrade because it'll have a bigger sensor. So maybe
Right.
maybe that does
yeah,
count.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
But that leaves
expecting an
another
Air
extra
3S.
drone
Did
then,
you
Bill,
mention
because
it?
we're
So
going to see
we're
an
gonna
FPV
so we're
drone.
gonna have the
We don't know which FPV drone, but they're going to release an FPV drone.
okay. So okay, there we go. There's three drones right there,
About a 2?
Maybe.
or FPV2.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
both.
I don't want to get and argue which one we're going to get, but we're going to get an FPV drone with
Yeah,
new
yeah,
goggles
yeah.
and new
And-
controllers.
And
An
my
FPV drone with a
my answer,
Hasselblad sensor on it.
yeah, my answer,
Well,
Bill.
that's pushing it, Chuck.
That
No,
was on
that's
that. That was on that.
Hasselblad.
little
You
Big
only
Shot.
see that H on a Mavic.
Only comes on a Mavic, yeah.
Only on a
Pro.
Mavic.
Yeah,
know
rules
what
are
my
meant to
answer
be
to your question is, Bill?
broken.
It doesn't
what?
matter.
What does
What
it
we
matter?
have now
Put a
is
Hasselblad on a Mini.
is plenty good enough. I don't
We
think
say
there's
that
anything-
every fucking year.
What do you think, Ron? Ron, how about a Hasselblad
I
camera
don't
on a
think it
Mini?
matters anymore.
How many of the big
The
creators?
Mavic Mini.
How many of the big creators
Hasselblad.
come on and say, "Fly what you got"?
None
It's
of
true.
them. Yeah,
It's actually
Fly
true.
what you got.
yeah. No, they say no. You should upgrade to the
Upgrade.
new drone I'm reviewing. Here's my link.
Here's my link. Yeah, it's true.
Thrust, parry, thrust, parry, thrust, parry.
Right?
see this?
Well,
But
but
it's
don't read-
intense,
how-
man.
How many people actually pay for the drones?
Oh, I'm just gonna let 'em
you
go.
know, say
Oh, that's such a good deal for those dudes. I mean, not only do they get the drone for free, they get to test it for free. They get all the views, and then they get funny revenue from the linky to buying the drone.
And Chuck, when the next model comes out, they ignore the fact that there was a previous model.
I know, it's like it never existed.
It's like it never yet. That drone
Yeah.
never existed.
Never
You
talk
don't
about
see
that
it-
one again.
You don't see it ever again.
Oh,
and
well, sometimes
I'll-
they do the comparos. Do the comparos.
I'll throw one
videos.
out
It's
of
better
left-
the new one
Comparison
is than the
video,
old one.
then you never see it again.
Yeah.
I'll throw one out of left field at you about the
Go ahead, Ryan.
whole 04 thing. If you really want 04 and you don't want to spend all that money, go buy an Alien Tech and
All
put
right,
it on your
I'm-
controller, and you'll have more range than you have with 04.
I've got the wrench, man. I'm holding the wrench in my hand. Holding the wrench in my hand. Ron, what OcuSync is the Mini 5 Pro gonna have?
You don't think they'll put OcuSync 5 in that puppy, do you?
Not without producing a Mavic 4.
The Air 4 will be the 05. That's what they launched. The
I
new
just have to
OcuSync
jump
with,
off
is
the
Air
ride.
unit.
I can't take it anymore. I'm jumping off the ride.
Well, see,
And
that's
Bill,
what
I'm
I'm
going to
trying
back out. I don't think we're going to see it in Air 3S. I think we don't see anything until an Air 4 in 2025.
You think?
So you think, okay, but is it going to be a 1-inch or are they going to just?
Well, but
Usually
by
the Air-
2025, maybe they can even shrink a 4/3 in that baby.
wait a
the
minute
Air-
though. We've got an upgraded 1-inch sensor right here.
Bill, can I take that off of that and put that on my Air 3?
I think that DJI could probably do
Can I
that for
convert
you.
it over?
Actually, it's a pretty. The form factor is pretty small.
Yes.
Would you say, Bill? You're
DJI
holding in
could
your
put
hand.
that on an Air 3 in a heartbeat, man.
Man, that's I'm telling you, that thing is all glass. When you take that out of that case and you look at that sensor, that thing is all freaking sensor behind that glass. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, but
and the
we've
low
asked
light
this
on that
question
thing.
before. Why did DJI hold the 1-inch sensor back from the Mavic 3 Pro's 3x camera? Why did they hold it back from the Air 3? Why did they hold it back and save it for the Pocket 3?
I don't know, but I'm just glad the Pocket 3 has it because man, the low
yeah,
light
Pocket
on that
3 is
thing,
awesome.
dude, the low light on that thing is off the hook good.
Chuck, my favorite DJI device from 2023 is maybe the Pocket 3.
Oh, without a doubt, it's my fave, without a doubt. But then again, I didn't really get it. I didn't go for the Mini 4 Pro. I didn't go for Air 3.
We're gonna get the
so
best
it's really,
of the best.
I think, have y'all not noticed that the Mavic series tends to get the camera upgrade, but they don't get they get the tail end of the OcuSync. Right. That's why I'm still thinking that we're going to see a Mavic 4 running OcuSync 4.
That's DJI's game.
Right, and we're going to get another smart controller. This one's going to be $2,000.
Bill, are you seeing this? What quarter are you seeing this this Mavic 4?
You see in May, June, right?
I got it. I got a monkey ear itch.
Third quarter.
I got a monkey ear itch for you, Bill. Quarter. It won't be 04. It will be 04 plus.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
03 plus.
There you go.
It'll be 04 plus.
There you go.
No and glove, that will open the door.
That'll be the only drone that gets 04 plus. Nobody else will ever have it.
But see, that's going to open. We can have 4 drones now, Ron, because technically DJI wouldn't classify the FPV drone as a consumer drone with the others.
Maverick?
Because it's not. It's not a photography drone.
Right.
And keep in mind,
I think we're going to get 3 drones, like we're speculating: the Mavic 4, the Air 3S, and the Mini 5 Pro.
Time for a new line. It's going to be the Mini 4, the Mavic 4, and the Max 4.
Max.
With
Max.
the protective wrap.
Yeah, keep in mind
what if they just skip an Air 3S and go right to the the Air 4 with these updated cameras?
Oh, wait, Ron. Who wants to buy his Osmo Action setup? You sold him.
The original Osmo Action.
Oh man, this would be boss.
Or the Action 2.
This would be badass. Look at this. A detachable pocket camera that attaches to the drone like the battery does to the rear of the Mini 2.
Yes. We'll go for that north side.
We'll take that. 05 on the Mini 4 Pro.
Connections on the bottom, and it's the same size as the battery, and you just slide the pocket in as the battery.
Yeah, we do need a Maverick series.
What if they did a 2-inch 2K drone?
And instead of doing the DJI thing, it would go dun 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 dun.
Was that Hawaii 5-0? What was that?
No, it was supposed to be like the Highway to the Danger Zone.
Yeah, Danger Zone from
Danger Zone from Top Gun.
Don't quit your day job then, because that was like almost unrecognizable. But okay.
Oh my. Well, Ron recognized it. Maybe you're just inept.
I actually can.
Maybe Chuck's speakers weren't as good as mine, or his headphones.
No, I'm not saying I can't. I probably did. It didn't sound probably like that. It could have been anything.
It was so far off, it's ridiculous. But hey.
Well, hey, Bill's not a professional musician. Give him a break.
I said don't quit your day job when you said that, because
Oh, I just had it wasn't. It was spontaneous.
I
was being squirrely.
It's all good.
Let's see where are we at now. But here's okay. So we got.
We're trying to wrap up here, Bill. We only got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, hurry up.
I've got till 7:15, but if you need to go,
I'm going to run about 5 minutes.
All right, so that would put you at
my bedtime.
6:55,
but not together.
6:55.
That would be wrong.
And then Angel's like, "It's about fucking time I'll get to talk."
Yeah. Angel will take over the show here in a second.
He should. He hasn't said a damn word.
No, he's been saying stuff.
Hardly at all.
His volume's down, tonight. Chuck. He's got his mic on low.
No, he just said I've talked.
He's been unwrapping stuff though.
See,
unwrapping
he's talking, Ron.
There he is.
He's talking.
Guys, I just enjoy. I'm along for the ride.
You're along for the ride. Yeah. Ride the angel wave.
He's used to getting to speak towards the end of the show.
Ah, okay.
And that's why he always.
I want to promote Angel put a series of videos out, his best of the year videos. That was a nice little
Pretty
How do
cool
we know
stuff.
what
a series of videos.
Wait a minute.
You use that nice little thing for Final Cut.
Did we upset
that
Rod?
little, like kind of book looking thing? I'll
The
call it.
little neon stuff.
No, the
It's like a kind of
What was
old
that?
school, like
Glow.
like
Was
almost
that
a
a
book
glow?
frame type thing.
Was that the glow stuff that you used, Angel?
No, this isn't really flashy. This is sort of like kind of a old
No, it was a
school
memory.
Art
It was a
Deco type of look.
memory reel that came across. Yeah.
Wait a minute. What's this?
Hey,
Doing a play
Bill,
of it.
who's going to the thing in CES next week?
I don't
Oh,
know. I'm
that's
trying to
right.
remember. I'm trying to remember.
the- Yes.
Is the drone therapy gang going to CES next week?
We should all go.
Ron's paying for everybody on the company
flying
card.
We're all staying at Bob Dempsey's.
Nice. Santa's house. Santa will let you sit on his lap.
If y'all want to pay
I'm
my
gonna
plane
let you
ticket
go
down
first.
there, I will live stream the
Ho
whole
ho
thing.
ho.
Yeah, that's just if y'all want to pay for us to go, we'll live stream the whole thing. All of us. I'll post pictures every
Wouldn't that be
45
cool
seconds.
to go around? We could each take a different quadrant of like CES and like do interviews
Well,
and shit.
spread out and
Oh,
do
yeah,
the
and with the
radios
Pocket
or
3,
whatever.
Pocket 3, I have a pair of mic 2s. I could go out and do interviews and stuff.
I'll visit all the drone booths.
Oh, that's not fair.
All zero of them. Probably.
CES 2020
Yeah,
is how
probably.
I got into drones.
Are
I
there
was
any?
watching
I wonder if there
CES
are any.
videos and ran across Flight Path. And that's what got me interested in drones
Oh, you
instead
ran
of
into Aldrin?
cameras. Yeah, I
we'll,
ran into
we'll send
Aldrin.
Aldrin as our reporter.
Well, he'll be
Okay,
doing
is
it anyway.
Is it
probably.
just me, or is
Yeah.
this the voice
Yeah.
of experience speaking?
I had no CS experience. I've never gone and
No.
gotten
Hey,
sick.
Justin said, "Caleb, your internet is
I
taking
don't
a
have
shit
any
on you."
experience either.
And I was like, "Well, it seems to me that you would have to have experienced that in order to, be able to give that defining of a
Interviewing.
description."
Interviewing's challenging. Ron, have you ever done an interview, like a proper interview? Like
Never a good one, Chuck.
me neither. I mean, I've tried. It's hard. You have to really think out your questions in advance. It's like a lot of work.
How about like Bob Desi when he interviewed Max from Alltel? He didn't even know who Max was.
We had to
That's
remember
pretty
we
funny.
told him. We're like, dude, not? He runs the company. What?
He thought
What?
he was talking to one of the booth guys.
Yeah,
Well, that's
we
what
were
made
like,
it so
"That's
easy
the
for him to talk
boss,
to him, though,
man."
because we don't even think about it. It's like no big deal. It's like not knowing some superstar. You're talking to him like a regular dude.
Hashtag
It's kind of epic when you think about it.
Rod
Hey,
the Angel
that's the way I could probably do a better interview. Bob is smart doing it that way.
Yeah, he didn't. There was no stress. He didn't care. He's just like a regular dude, Just like,
Hey, imagine being
That
in
was
CES and
something I
you're
thought
interviewing
Bob
Bill
would
Gates.
start
You
back
just
this
think there's a
week.
guy working the booth. You don't realize he changed the world.
right.
I thought Bob would start
Yeah.
back this week.
I think Bob, he looked pretty tired the other day when he posted a picture of the
He's
sofa.
hanging out with hookers all week on his lap. He's worn out.
Bob's going to be down for the count for a few weeks.
Yeah, you spend that much time in a Santa suit with hookers on your lap. You're going to
He's
be
been
you gotta-
hanging out at the
you gotta
Bunny
chill
Ranch
for a while. Recharge.
I don't think
Yesterday, I went in and activated all of the payment buttons. And then I went to the vendor page because we were having an issue. Because I had gone on to
everybody can hear that, right? It's
What
Is that
not
our
me.
AI? Is that our AI chatbot?
I have no idea, man. It's not me.
Bob's probably been cleaning all the stalls for the
Who's it coming
reindeer.
from? Anybody have any ideas?
That's why he's tired.
Oh, that's a lot of
It's
shit.
gone.
That's
It's
a
gone.
lot of crap.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, I'm going to run.
All right,
I'm
Ron.
pretty tired. I'm going to go before I fall asleep on the air. But great show, great discussion tonight. Good to be back for 2024, the year of the drone, we'll call it, whatever. If Bill's right, this is the year of the drone. So I'm looking forward to it. And
we've already figured out what DJ is going to produce, so get your wallets
we
ready.
just don't know the prices yet.
Oh, we already came out with the price for the Mavic 4.
Well,
Ron.
we did one drone, but not the other one.
$500 for
Yes,
the
I'm taking a second mortgage out, on the house.
You can sell. Hey, I actually sold 3 drones to get the last Mavic 3.
Now you guys sell like 6 drones to get the M4.
Exactly,
we're,
yeah.
We're in
Nice
trouble.
gold.
So
Arms for the poor. Arms for a drone.
Yeah, folks, I gotta go. I gotta get my begging gear ready for tomorrow down in Atlantic City on the boardwalk in front of one of the casinos.
You'll start
Good
playing the
night.
shell
Thanks
game
for
and
everybody
stuff.
joining us in the chat, and I will see you next week.
Be sure to see Ron on Drone Therapy on Mondays with Marcus.
Thank
See
you.
Ron.
Drone therapy.
I never had to get out
Drone
of here,
Nation.
but,
Drone Nation on Mondays with
Freudian
Marcus.
slip.
Yeah.
Freudian
Drone
slip.
Nation.
See you, Ron.
I never had
Yeah,
to.
Ron.
I don't know how to leave these things with the new software.
You just go up to the upper right, click your name
click
down.
Yeah.
The live button, I think, gets you
Log
out.
out. It says log out.
Yes.
Yeah, do the log
under your name,
out.
log out.
Logging out.
Ciao.
Peace.
There, see, poof, he's gone. Poof.
And we're back to 5. Wait a
We're
minute. I
back.
believe it's not about the drone, it's the pilot. I think DJI is making drones for people who cannot fly. Ooh, that's why she wants FPV.
No, I thought she was going to bed. But anyway,
No, she just was saying it was late and she was enjoying us talking.
what the technology allows you to do as a drone pilot is it frees up some hands. Like I still say the only feature that I really need on the Mavic 3 is Spotlight, man. Spotlight makes all kinds of awesomeness possible.
I hate that this gets blown out. Look at this. This is so cool.
What happened? Where'd he go?
It's cool that Bill walked away.
Quick.
It's so
Take
cool.
over the stream now. It's gone.
You can't tell that it's a smiley face. See, it gets
No,
blown.
it's like the thing up. Seeing the upper hand corner of my screen there. That's like blown out too, dude.
But my lightning bolt's okay.
See, like, look, mine's all blown out. If I go like up here, you can see that's supposed to be a Covaxion neon, but it's just a blob.
Yeah. And then see this one's okay, but then and the lava lamp's okay. And then on air
it's
light's
just too
okay.
intense. It's really it's
But it's super bright.
My neon Covaxion logo looks kick ass in the room, but it just the camera can't handle it. It's just too much.
Yep.
Hey, Bill, move your head to the left just a little. Nah, too far. Too far.
Wait, right here.
Right
I have an
about
idea.
Yeah, right there. Now you
I
look
have an
like an
idea.
angel. Now you look like an angel with a halo.
Nice,
No, or I could say, I have an idea.
nice.
Oh yeah, Angel. Thing about it is you got like where you got your circle light hitting you. You got this like little dot circle like a lifesaver stuck to your head right here. It looks like a wintergreen
He
lifesaver.
just needs a little.
Right
he
here.
needs a little makeup action. Get a little powder going. He'll be fine. Get the
See,
gloves
doesn't
on.
it look like one of them big wintergreen lifesavers?
He's just all polished up.
Well, he was like because of my. I'm sure there's a glare back here. Maybe it's getting that. Maybe that's why it's blown out.
Did you get the makeup job done before, Bill? You're looking good, man.
I know I didn't mess with the camera.
Nice matte finish on your skull.
I
It looks good.
reset the camera and didn't try to set it myself.
The matte
just went-
finish.
Reset. Matte finish. What happened? Okay, somebody explain that to me. What happened with Matt? Why did he retire?
What do you mean he retired? What Matt?
Yes, that Matt.
Northeast Matt?
Yes, Northeast Matt.
He retired?
What was that supposed Curtis? He was, he put that video out, and then Curtis Dart made the video joking about it, and I don't know. It was really weird.
Then he just disappeared.
Does anybody know who I'm talking about? I know Chuck knows. Do you know Matt Northeast, Ron?
I like
Rod?
Matt. I didn't realize
Yeah,
he had
I know
retired. I,
Matt.
hadn't seen him in a while. I didn't realize he.
Well, no, he was like.
I don't
I'm
talk
talking
about.
about.
I watch.
I'm
his
talking
show.
about his live stream. So you know how he used to do that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Friday
he's
night,
been,
Saturday morning catch up.
he's doing a lot of flying and stuff now, though.
But he
He's
said,
been doing a lot of freaking
Like commercial work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool
Commercial
stuff.
work.
I mean, because he's really good. His stuff, the guy can fly. The guy can edit. He knows DaVinci much better than most of us do. Certainly more than I do. And he's just talented, and God bless him. But I don't know, his live stream was interesting.
what do you mean?
Sorry to see it go.
Good night. Oh, I'm catching up from 5 minutes ago. Finally, Mavic 4 2500. No, Mavic 4 4500.
Yeah, 2,500 for the RC Pro too, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Some stupid thing.
So if you got, that's what the RC Pro 2 and one battery and the drone 4500.
Well, last time when I bought Mavic 3, I bought it from Drone Nerds, and there was still no sales tax in New York State. So that that magic won't happen again. That's over.
Yeah.
But that actually made it all possible for me. So I got like
Now you
it
look
saved
good,
me a
though.
shit ton of cash.
He realized he had to send in the payment. They were cutting his bandwidth.
Yikes.
I wouldn't sell my drones. You're very welcome. Thank you very much for coming in and seeing us.
Give me an RC1 N3 with my triple tech tablet.
But you're gonna have to buy a new triple.
It's better than that. It's better than that RC Pro. It's bigger. It's brighter.
If you don't have
it
to
launches faster than my RC Pro.
if you don't have to do the run and gun thing and carry all your stuff across the country or across the world, then yeah, that's true. Good setup.
Hello, you carry all your stuff. Who doesn't have a tablet when they're traveling for their internet?
Hello, I pull out an RC Pro, I pull out a Mini 3 Pro or a Mavic 3, and I'm in the air in like a minute or two. If I got to set the fucking tablet up and all that shit, and then
with
carry
a
all the
triple tech
crap and-
because I never
okay.
turn it. I never turn it off.
good for
I
you.
literally never
50-50.
turn it off. So I hit the button and it's instant on.
I'm 50-50 with you because the RC Pro actually does work pretty fast and it works pretty well. And it does have a slightly bigger, or well, not bigger, but like a fairly good looking screen.
For me, it's workable.
I do prefer the bigger screen on my
Oh, hell
phone
yeah.
still though. And when you get on the RC N1 or N2 or whatever the hell it is for the Mavic 3, that thing just fucking blows. I wish that did not exist.
It's already
That thing
gone.
should not be a thing.
What's
You
funny
touch
is
anything and it's like 3 seconds to change any setting. It's stupid.
Nah. Caleb, what I would like to use, and I never carry them because I talk about how much shit's in my my travel bag. I have those Moverio glasses, the AR glasses, and those things are great when flying a drone. And then you got a monster screen. It just plugs into the bottom of the RC Pro. They work great, but they're a pain in the ass to carry because they're in this thing like about this big, and like just that little bit is like, okay, now I can't carry something. I got to give up something to bring that with me.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably be good if you were doing some sort of FPV event or something like that.
Well, they're not really, not so much for FPV, but they do give you
I
a little
remember
better
that.
feel for where the drone is.
Having that
And you
giant
can
screen, though?
That's pretty cool. It's like a
pretty
52-inch
nice.
screen in front of you. It's pretty like a heads up. It's kind of cool.
Is it, can you still see through it, though?
Yes,
So it doesn't block your vision? That's cool.
it is. But I mean, it sort of blocks it, right? Because you're looking through this image, so it's distracting. But like, in theory, you can see the drone.
Yeah, I
Like I
mean,
said, 8-inch and higher nits. Give me the triple tech.
Yeah, but and then again,
But we're
like you're in
talking about a new
Florida, and I'm like,
controller. We don't know what it's going to have in it.
I'm flying in places like Iceland where sun isn't usually a problem, so it's not like a big deal for me. Alaska.
so for me, dream feature
Scotland.
for me would be lower light. It still kills me that we have really horrible low light on every drone.
Not every drone. Mavic 3 is pretty good.
Take it into the fucking house. It's bad.
Oh,
Every
really?
drone. Every single drone.
I can't believe it because, like, because Pocket 3 is so damn good. You think that if they can make the Pocket 3 be that good, that they can make a drone be that good.
There's a few things there, though. It has the 1-inch sensor, too, doesn't it?
Yeah, but the Mavic 3 is like a micro four thirds. I mean, it's a big sensor.
You know what would be great?
So
If they would bloody put AI on there so that the damn sun isn't blown out.
Yeah,
and I
Dre, I
have to
love
use
my
like
ET300s.
EB-3 to see anything. That's one place AI could do some help in the video is solving that issue.
That's true, too. And I hope to God that if they have the 3 lenses on the next drone again, that they figure out how to not have lens flares every time you're looking at like a 30-degree angle.
Yeah.
Oh,
no
man,
kidding.
those lens flares have destroyed so many of my frickin' shots.
lens flares are nice at the right
You gotta
time.
look down.
Yeah. Yeah, they're nice at the right time.
Literally
but
keep the sun
they're
way.
there when you don't want
You know, my
them.
first-
Everything.
My first Mavic 2 Pro had a problem with lens. Some had either Chinese fingerprint on it or something underneath the glass. Because like anytime I flew into the light a little bit, I got this big sloppy smudge. And when I finally figured out it was the camera, not the drone, DJI told me to go F myself. And I had to literally, they told me we're not fixing it for you. You've had it too long. I was like, it's inside the camera. It is yours. Here, I'll send it back to you. You can take it apart and see that it is you, not me. And yeah, anyway, that's what got me mad. But then they've since made up for it more so. When they gave me another Mavic 3, they've more than made up for that problem. I feel good again. But
He feels good again.
I feel good again. Because no, really, that was over the top awesomeness. That makes up for, you're like, something bad happens and something really, really good happens. You let the bad go. But that was why for the longest time I was pissed at DJI, even though I still love their stuff. I was pissed at them. Now I'm over it.
Okay, so let's see what I say. We got to figure out an order now. We got Mavic 4. When we know that the Mini 5 is going to be around.
And you know there's an FPV.
November. Yeah, Pro is around November.
So if there's a Mavic 4, that probably also means there'll be a Mavic 4 Enterprise.
Well, yeah,
still,
probably
that's
a
kind of
Mavic 4 Cine and all
yeah,
that
all
stuff.
that shit. But we're just saying Mavic 4 because we're talking about the new frame and stuff. We got the FPV drone.
Man, it's gonna be.
And we said the Air 3S because the Air 3S is going to introduce the new OcuSync.
So you're writing all these down, Bill?
Yeah, and we're gonna get the. We got to remember
Avata
we're gonna
2.
get the. Wait a minute, RC Pro 2.
Yeah,
Because we've already got the RC2.
No, the Mavic 4 will introduce the new OcuSync, which would be 04 Plus.
No, you said
Jesus.
Yeah, 04 Plus. But what we're saying is that the full jump to 5
Fuzzy
will be with the Air series.
Correct. It'll be the Air 4.
Oh wait, what did I miss?
Of course, I don't
Ken
know what they're
Heron,
going to.
Dream feature among. Okay. Wait a minute. It sounds like a yoga style. Oh, I went too fast, didn't I? Hang on.
You went pretty fast there, dude.
Here we go. All right. Dream feature.
Yeah, that's better. Now we can read them.
And then Lambo says, And then Caleb says,
Yeah.
And then Andrew says,
things to make you go,
No, I don't think.
Makes me go,
So wait a minute. Angel's saying that he thinks that we're wrong.
How so?
So he's saying that it's going to come out next Christmas.
That's a summer drone. It comes out late summer, right before fall. That's when the Mavics come out.
When? Let me see.
It's
DJI
like
Mavic.
the Mavic, the original, the OG Mavic came out like what? Was it October or November? It came out late 2016.
November 5th, 2021.
Wait, what was that?
The Mavic 3.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the one I waited till January to buy, and it was still effed up.
Yeah, I had mine.
It wasn't right till spring. It took
I had
6
mine,
months
yeah,
from the pretty much 6
Remember,
months.
it
from the
wasn't.
month.
It wasn't. Oh wait a minute. It's called.
Didn't have all
DJI
the stuff,
stuff.
and then when they put all the stuff on it, then it was
No,
like,
you missed. I don't know, Ken, if you were listening, but we've already
the
come
whole
up.
saga with that
DJI
thing.
is going to produce 4 drones next year. The FPV drone 2, okay, and then right after that, we're going to have the Mavic 4 with the RC Pro 2, and then after that, we're going to have the, but the Mavic 4 is going to have OcuSync 4 Plus, and then after that, so we're assuming that the Mavic 4 is going to come out around summertime instead of its normal release date of November. And then we're going to have the Air 3S is going to come out around November-ish, and the Mini 5 Pro will come out at the same time, and they will both introduce the OcuSync 5.
So was the Mavic 2 series just kind of an anomaly that it came out like August 25th of like 2018 or whatever?
No, because they're going to do that. They're going to change that this time because they're only coming out with 4 drones.
Yeah.
So that's why
All
we're
I
going to
say
jump it
is
up.
the only thing that matters is the FPV drone. The rest of it, I don't care.
Okay. But then again, X Dynamics took you to the school, so
FPV is where they have the most room to.
You know,
grow,
if
for
we
sure.
if we don't start talking about some of these other companies and start encouraging them, all we're gonna have is
we've
DJI.
said this before. We have been saying this. Okay, I'm going to point this out. On this show particularly, now in the 8th
No, I
season,
would agree.
we have been talking about competition the entire time.
No, I
and
agree.
as of yet, no one has been able to stack their dominoes high enough to even come fucking.
I know.
close.
I basically have no interest in flying anything but the DJI stuff because I'm so damn
I
comfortable
mean,
with it.
you're sitting here going, we have to encourage inferior product for innovation.
Well, I
And I'm
get
like, they
I
need to
get
catch the fuck up.
competition. We need competition, but so far, I don't know. For me anyway, and I think other people agree that you get comfortable. Like there are Autel dudes that love flying Autel because they're comfortable with it. They know what to expect. That goes back to the thing. You're comfortable with it.
Wait a minute. Did everybody look up the definition to the word that Ken was using? So tell me now. I know y'all Googled it because it took y'all 5 minutes to go, oh, that sounds great. So, but I didn't know what he was talking about. So I was just
Me
like,
either.
okay.
And I'm not saying buy their stuff. I'm just saying be aware and keep an eye on them.
It is true though. I mean, without
If we completely
Caleb has
ignore
said the whole
them,
show, it's
then
like
we're
without
just gonna be
competition.
stuck with DJI, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
There are worse
the
things in the world,
community-
though. I'm pretty.
And Caleb's getting ready to take
I
off.
love this drone. I really do.
You know, the Potemkin Atom next version, this version was.
And
Well,
thank you
that's
very
my problem,
much,
right?
Caleb.
Is that I actually love the DJI drones. They do great things. I don't like that they're
disagree.
the only thing though, because there's features that I do want that I'll never
That
see the
you'll
light
never
of day
see.
because
I
I don't
agree.
have a say in fucking some giant Chinese company.
I
And since
agree.
there's no competition,
They'll
there's
always
no open source
Okay,
code
well,
anywhere or
let me,
anything like that. You
here's
can't
my
talk to anybody
question.
about it.
Here's my
they'll
question.
always add something and
If
take
you
something
can,
away.
if you
They
can
will.
buy a Corvette for the same price that you can buy, and I'm going to go for a reach and show how old I am, a Chevette for the same price, which fucking car are you going to buy? You're going to buy the Corvette, man. You're not going to buy the
not
cheap
if you
little gas
not,
economical
not
car.
if you need to squeeze two kids in the back. They ain't going in the vet. I can tell you that firsthand
Yeah,
experience. I
there
know.
is truth to
I have
that.
one in my garage.
I said if
and
it's the same
Rod has one
price
too.
and you had a choice, are you going to buy the Chevette or are you going to buy the Corvette? You're
What's
going
the
to buy the
price?
Corvette.
Is the Corvette the Chevette price, or is the,
Exactly.
or is the Chevette the Corvette
the
price?
shitty little American. We're going to say this. Okay, here we go.
Because
Let's go really.
then I'll buy a Malibu if
how
it's
about
cheaper
this?
than
How about
both
this?
of them.
How about this? A Chevrolet Chevette, an American Chevrolet Chevette, and it's priced exactly the same as a Datsun 240Z. Which one are you going to take?
Wait, the Vet or the Datsun?
No. We're talking about a Chevette. You know, the Chevy Chevette, the American-built
Shove It.
car, as opposed to the Datsun 240Z. And they're both the same exact price, brand spanking new.
I say none of the above.
No, they're gonna take the Ford F-250.
Now,
'cause it's
see,
bigger.
you're trying to. The whole point.
I'm like with Rod.
They're
None
not
of
going to
the
buy
above.
either. They're not going to buy either one of those. They're going
None
to
of
go buy
the
the pickup.
above.
Why are you not? See, you're not listening. You're
We're
trying
not
to
playing. I know we're not.
expand
We're
the
not.
choices here
we're not
when you
playing,
don't
Rod.
have those choices.
Yeah, we're not.
know
So
what you're
that's just
saying.
like I can't pick between those two, which is horseshit. You can't.
These are shit choices. I'm
You
very
know what my
disappointed.
answer to that
Bullshit. A
question-
240Z, a Datsun 240Z.
Hey, Bill,
you're
you
saying
know what
it's
my
a shit
answer
car.
is? I'd go buy the Ferrari. To hell with either one of those cars.
No, it wouldn't. I've said
I have a Vet in
the
my garage. What do I want a
Chevette
freaking
brand
rice
new.
burner
The
for?
Chevette brand new,
Freaking American Iron in my
or
garage.
let's say
man.
$15,000, and a 240Z brand new for $15,000. And if you want a Corvette, you're going to have to cough up a shitload more money.
I don't have to cough up
I'm
anything.
saying-
My Vet's paid for. I've had it for years.
Here we go again. No, I got chocolate ice cream. I don't give a fuck what you say.
That's right.
Well, your Corvette's
That's
going to have
right.
more expensive parts.
And everybody wonders why they get pissed off and leave.
No, Rod and I are gonna have problems getting parts for our C5s, but at least we have them paid for.
No,
The
they're
difference in
not.
this
You can
analogy
still
that I have
you
the
can still
problem
get
with
parts for the C1. So
It's a
is
little trickier
that
for the fives.
you can
although you're second
build
half
those
like me. I think.
cars. You have the parts laying around. You can build those cars. You can't just build a DJI drone. The software ain't just laying around for that shit. Like it's
I don't know
it's
what you
such
do
a
if like you.
difference.
Yeah.
Like can you grab parts and go build a Tesla? Good luck.
Well, you know what? Actually, Caleb, you're right. Remember when I screwed up my Mavic 3 and I had to send it back? Drone nerds couldn't fix it because they couldn't get the brains. They couldn't get the boards. They had to send it to DJI because we can't get the boards for this thing. You need a board. That's why I went back to
And
DJI.
Caleb,
So you're right.
I don't
You get
know
a
that
shit
there's
for 'em.
anything that holds Beta FPV or iFlight from being able to produce a stable camera type drone, because the long range FPV drones with the lithium ion batteries fly just as freaking long as the DJIs.
Dude,
So
if
there
we could
ain't
get that
nothing that
software,
iFlight and Beta Flight can't potentially do that
if we
DJI
could
can
get that software onto Beta Flight, DJI would be like out of the water instantly.
do.
Because
Instantly,
we
they'd
would
be
just
gone.
build our own platforms and
And
not
we all
need
know
a
the old
DJI drone
saying.
anymore.
Nice.
Yeah,
I can
we
go
all know
build
the
that
old
and put
saying.
my own
And
camera.
if
put that,
ifs and buts
could
were
mount-
candies and nuts, we'd
you
all
could-
have a Merry Christmas.
second.
that A7
So-
for $2,500 on there and build yourself a $2,000 platform.
I've heard so many.
You've got a $4,500 drone with a full
By,
frame
by
lens.
the way,
Mount
by the
a
way,
Pocket
Bill,
3
the
on your freaking drone.
The M10
you were talking about
GPS
earlier.
chips for FPV collect satellites faster than DJI, hands down.
If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Nice.
That's all I'm hearing is ifs and buts. The whole
That's all
point
life is, Bill. Everything is ifs and buts until you create it.
But the whole point is how many years did they need to have a chance to compete and not show us shit? Hey man, I have faith and I'm hoping, but they've had a long time to come up with something. And the
I'm
best we've
slow.
done so far is Skydio, and it's
Exactly.
still built with Chinese parts.
North
No, that's why
Korea.
my little like argument or whatever in chat earlier was kind of a thing. Like, dude is saying it's not a monopoly. Everybody can compete with DJI. Are you kidding me? Not a single drone company has ever put out a software that competes with DJI. Period.
Exactly.
Not even close. Autel tried. Their software was so goddamn faulty, and they had 0 customer support, so it just sucked. Like, none of their crap works. If it doesn't work, what's the point of buying it? And what's the competition if none of the competition works?
What did you want?
I don't know. I think Boeing and Raytheon produce a pretty
What is
good
that?
software for
Oh.
flying things.
Oh, that's no. We've
I've
already
never gotten
that's
to
already
see
out.
that.
We already know that.
Yeah, it's
That's already out.
All right, I gotta go, guys. Have a good night. Have a
Yep,
happy
we
New
all gotta
Year.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caleb.
Right. Good night,
See you later,
Caleb.
Caleb. Okay, and then I'm gonna go. Everybody, since we'll see you next week, hopefully, Caleb. Have a good one, and let me drag him. Okay, so quickly, Angel, what did you get for Christmas, or what did you buy yourself for Christmas?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. Chuck, what did you buy yourself for Christmas, or what did you get for Christmas?
Do
Wow.
you want to do like a Zoom, Aaron, and work together?
Nothing exciting. Close.
Nothing exciting. Close.
No, there was nothing on my drone list this year. I have everything I need. There was nothing on the drone list. Isn't that crazy?
Well,
Lori got a
didn't get any
Pocket 3, but
I didn't get any drones. I got cameras. I didn't.
Lori
get
got
any
a Pocket 3, but so really I kind of got
That's
a
supposed
backup.
to be the
a backup
Mavic
Pocket
4.
3. Yeah.
But it turned out to be the new Enterprise drone. Remember, I can't remember. Yeah, it was like you got the X. That's right. You got the Insta360 a little earlier, didn't you? Right.
Who
before
did?
Christmas. Yeah, Angel did. Rod, what did you get for Christmas?
My Christmas was in November when I bought all 4 of my FPV drones.
No, fair enough.
Actually,
So
now that
those
you
are-
mentions it, my Pocket 3 was early too.
Well, see, I had bought my stuff in November too, but it stayed wrapped until Christmas. I literally didn't get it until Christmas Day. So
Andrew Lori got one. I bought Lori her Pocket 3, so that was
that's
our
cool.
that was our number 2 Pocket 3.
Yeah,
and
see,
our
the
second Mic
M30.
2, and yeah, we're good.
Yeah, so that was not the. But anyway, we will be back next week for something crazy and unusual. And as you can see, not like Dale's not here; he's busy. So I know the introduction has all the people listed here, but everybody has lives, so there'll be different panel members throughout the year this year. We're going to try to do more viewer videos. We're going to try to expand the show a little bit. One thing I wanted to touch on really quick, like I talked about before, and I told everybody to go watch Monarch on Apple TV. Well, this time, everybody that's watching streaming, I want you to go to, where is it? Is it Hulu? Let me make sure first. I got to make sure.
I would think you would be Paramount Plus because that's where all the Star Trek stuff is.
Yeah, you would think that would be sure.
There we go.
Although supposedly they're going to get sold.
Okay, Amazon Prime. So if everybody that has an Amazon account, you have Amazon Prime. So go to Amazon Prime and watch the new season of Reacher. It is very, huh?
That's the X-rated one. It's Reach Arounder, right?
I don't know if you would say that to this gentleman. He's quite a hulking individual.
You need 2 hands.
Yeah, you would definitely need 2 hands and legs, and he's a beast, man. He's a beast.
Rod, I'm sorry.
But I'm being completely
I
honest
might
with
do
you.
that.
Like I said, this is my
Not with me anymore.
streaming suggestion for the 1st of 2024. Reacher on the Amazon Prime network. So go over there and watch Reacher. If you haven't already watched it, watch the first season to catch up. But you really need to watch the first half of the second season, because the way it ends is so badass, man. It's just, oh, I wish you all had seen it already and knew. Wait a minute. Yes, exactly. Because Tom Cruise, let's admit, because they talk about Reacher in the book, and he's like this humongous dude. And the guy that plays Reacher now, he used to be on Titans. He played Hawk on Titans.
Rubber.
It's Rubber?
It's a rubber
Oh,
helmet.
yeah.
It's
That was the
rubber.
one that you, what was that? Remember? And I said, Skull!
Yeah. Yeah, this thing went in the suitcase all the way over there. It was like perfect.
See, that's bullshit too. That video, that trailer was awesome.
Thank you.
Should have picked up more. How much did you see that video that I showed you last night? And also, if anybody hasn't seen it, it's posted.
Oh, the one where the guy bought views? That one?
Yes.
Or whatever?
And he shows
Yeah.
you where to look to tell where you're getting organic views from, as opposed to like bots and other shit.
Well,
Remember
YouTube
that?
told me all that shit too. I had a chat with probably some AI thing for YouTube, and they went through and showed me all the screens and everything, where you go. And
Well, it's
how to
all a
use them.
fucking ripoff, man.
Yeah.
You're either paying ridiculous for subscribers, or you're paying ridiculous for view hours. And the whole point is that they're trying to push everybody, especially smaller channels that are craving to get ahead, and somehow
that's
trigger the
problem.
algorithm. They're trying to get them, like this dude, the guy who was at 5 million, he blew $5 million to get 5 million views. And I'm like, what the hell? None of us have that kind of money to throw away.
Well, what's funny is like okay, I'm guilty of using money to buy ads. I tried it a year or so ago, remember?
Yep.
And it didn't do a freaking thing for me. All it did was take money out of my pocket. I didn't get any watch time for it because it doesn't count, because they know where it's coming from. And it's like, you get nothing for it. It's like, YouTube makes money off you for it. So,
well, that video was cool because he showed the watch farms, and all that shit and everything. And the lady in Thailand had literally like 40 phones, man.
It was like the organic views were her like clicking on her phones and stuff.
It was so crazy. And he was paying like $10,000 for 1,000 views. And Rod's ready to go because he's asleep.
This is a really long ending, Bill. You said you were going to go like 10 minutes ago.
He's having too much fun to let it go.
We'll just continue.
I see.
But anyway, we're going to talk about this kind of stuff throughout the year. Everybody struggles with YouTube. We're going to talk more about suggestions with streaming and stuff like that. We're going to talk about editing and course stuff like that. We're going to talk about color correction and stuff like we always do. But we're going to try to put some more variety in. So Rod might come on one week and he might talk about FPV and his advances in FPV. We might talk about, because I'm really starting to get interested in 3D printing. So I would really probably I'm really thinking seriously about getting a 3D printer. Just if nothing else, just to make some trinkets.
Can you get Ethan on?
I haven't talked to Ethan in forever.
But I mean, he's your printing guy, right?
Not my printing guy. He's Dobo's printing guy.
Well, yeah, I know he's Dono's printing guy, but like still.
But anyway, I haven't talked to Ethan in probably a year and a half. He's still on my friends list, but as far as I know, he's not really on Facebook a whole hell of a lot.
Bummer.
So, but you know me, I tend to piss people off and they go, "He's strange. I'm not going to talk to him anymore," and then they don't.
Happens.
But anyway, this extra long ending is brought to you by Rod, Chuck, Angel, and me being strange. Thank you, Alex, and see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What is it he does at the end of
it's Iceland is what it is. Iceland Sunday.
Remember at the end of Close Encounters of the Third